Welcome into Stone Memorial High School in Crossville, Tennessee, the site of this high school football game of the week. And we got a good one for you tonight, a Region 4 for a rivalry matchup as the visiting Upperman Bees take on the hosting Stone Memorial Panthers. I'm Noah McKee on the call here on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network. This is the high school football game of the week presented by Mayberry's Furniture, and Upperman football is presented by Gentry's Power Equipment. Thrilled to be joined in the broadcast group by my broadcast partner, Jeremy Tollison, Hallie Gunlock on the sidelines, the lovely Madison McKay producing things for us today, Jeff Petey Goolsby on the stats to our right. We welcome into the Crouch team with Highlands Lake Real Estate pregame show. Jeremy, such a fun matchup in every sport when Upperman and Stone get together. Pretty heated rivalry. Two schools that don't like each other very much in a whole bunch of different sports. This one should be a good one as the undefeated Panthers have had a great start, but they know take a big step up in competition when they welcome in what they've called Big Bad Upperman into Crossville.
No, I agree, but it's kind of funny, though, because I've heard a little bit from the Upperman side and a little bit from the Stone side, and they both go, hey, I think we're the underdog here. I think the other team's a little better than us. That may be a little bit of play on words, but on paper you just feel like Upperman may have just a few more horses, but Stone has played them as tough and as hard as anybody the last several years. So I think we're in for a battle royale tonight.
There's a whole lot of different things to get into here as we are in the Crouch team with Highlands Lake Real Estate pregame show. We're going to step aside once they get to the national anthem, but until then, they're about to have the Panther Walk in front of us, a lot of American flags, and we will open with that, a word. We will not take a moment of silence because we're also on the radio and don't want to confuse our radio listeners, but we do want to say a prayer and say we are very mindful of the horrific assassination yesterday of Charlie Kirk in Utah. Horrific is the only word that comes to mind. We got to be better. Enough is enough in this nation. A horrific day, and on behalf of all of us, that is at the forefront of our minds. This is just a football game tonight. Enough is enough of all of that.
Well, one thing, and the governor of Utah, to me, said it best, is we have to make a decision if this is how we react to things when we disagree with people, or can we be like Charlie and have discussion and understand what side we're on and walk away shaking hands and go, hey, we may disagree, but I still love you and I respect you. We need to be like Charlie.
100%. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we'll hear from the two head coaches in this game. It's the Bees against the Panthers in the high school football game of the week, and you're watching it all on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Mayberry's Furniture has been family-owned and operated since 1946 and is now serving the Upper Cumberland with locations in both Crossville and Cookeville, offering the largest array of solid wood furniture and mattresses in the area. They also provide a best price guarantee and in-house service and delivery. Stop into their 15,000 square foot showroom at 1020 South Willow Avenue in Cookeville to see their selection of Amish solid wood, flex steel, Tempur-Pedic, Sealy Posturepedic, and much more today. Mayberry's Furniture is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the high school football game of the week on the UCR Media Network. Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway and get your vehicle serviced by their highly trained professionals. Right now, you can save money on oil changes, regular maintenance, and battery installation. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. When you see the happy face on our truck, you'll be smiling cause you know that you're in luck. When you fixed up and you know it, Hiller solved it like you hoped it. If you're happy and you know it, shout it out. Hiller!
The John Deere 5E is built for our way of life, and it's backed by Tri-Green Equipment's tried and true support. So stop by your local Tri-Green Equipment store to take advantage of financing as low as 0% APR this fall. Mowing, cleaning, hauling, whatever is on your to-do list, Tri-Green has a John Deere tractor built to handle it all with ease. Whether you're tending the land or tackling weekend projects, this is a season to get things done. Visit us online at trigreen.com to see how affordable a John Deere tractor can be.
Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate quality care for all patients from local people you can trust, so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
The Quality Family, a local company supporting and caring for our local communities. The Quality Family offers services to get you back to the game. From bracing to oxygen and everything in between, we can meet your medical equipment needs with Buckeye Home Medical Equipment. If you have an in-home need for strength and conditioning, for example after a surgery or injury, Quality Home Health is available to provide individualized care while you are on the mend. For those with end-of-life diseases, Quality Hospice is available to provide nurturing care during those difficult times. Choose the Quality family of services for care within your community. Visit thequalityfamily.com to navigate all we have to offer you.
Turf Masters Landscape Management has been serving the Upper Cumberland since 1996. They offer a variety of services, including lawn maintenance, landscape design and installation, landscape lighting, irrigation systems, and more. For more information, contact Matt Wilson at 931-261-1587 today. Turf Masters Landscape Management is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
I'm here with Derek Samber for Stone. Coach, they've been very versatile on offense this season. What can you do to limit those explosive plays?
We got to tackle well and keep stuff in front of us. Very multiple, very explosive, as you said. Tackle well, gang tackle, pursue, and get lined up. What
do you need to break down Upperman's defense tonight?
We got to execute. You know, they do such a good job. Coach Kane's defense is as good as any in the state, you know, much less Upper Cumberland. So we got to execute and take care of us.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck to you.
Thanks, Hallie.
Here with Coach Kane for Upperman. Coach, Bronson Chaffin's been very versatile on offense this year. How important is that for your playmaking ability?
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously, you know, our leader on offense, and if he don't make big plays, we're going to struggle. So hopefully we can get him going, and hopefully he can do his thing.
What do you need to do tonight to slow down Stone's passing attack?
Exactly. You know, number one, tore us apart last year. He does a heck of a job of extending plays and making throws under duress. And so, you know, we got to make it difficult for him and you know, not let him get in a huge rhythm.
Thank you. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Welcome back here as we are moments away from kickoff in Crossville. A perfect evening for high school football. And we've got a Region 4 4A rivalry on tap as the Stone Memorial Panthers have taken the field. And they host maybe their most bitter rival besides their crosstown rival in the Upperman Bees. Stone won the opening coin toss and deferred their choice to the second half. So Bronsden, Chapin and company will receive the opening kick. Jeremy, lots of excitement here. Stone at 3-0. They've rolled twice. Cumberland County destroyed them last week, 40-0. It was 40-0 at halftime. Took their foot off the gas after that point. Rolled past York in this building, 28-6. We're down 34-6 to Coalfield in the second, or at halftime. Came back to win that game in overtime. Upperman at 2-1 fell in that classic at Greenville. 2 blowout wins, including last week over Farragut. Big injury news, though, for the Stone Memorial Panthers, Hallie, on the sideline. Dylan Phillips, who entered this game, 12 catches, 211 yards, 3 touchdowns. What's his status tonight for Coach Samber?
Unfortunately, last week, Dylan Phillips for Stone dislocated his elbow and will be out for the next 4 to 6 weeks. It's a huge loss for the Panthers as they try to bounce back. Back to you guys.
They will be looking at Kyle Hench in the role of Dylan Phillips on offense, but we'll wait for that. Stone in their home black jerseys and pants, gold numbers and letters outlined in white trim. Upperman in the road, white jerseys, black pants, black numbers and letters with gold trim. We welcome those of you on YouTube, Facebook, the Hub Plus Roku app, 106.1 The Eagle, channel 192 on Spectrum and Twin Lakes, Carrier Pigeon, and everywhere else, as we have a great one in this week's high school football game of the week. It's presented by Mayberry's Furniture, and we sure are glad to be along with you for it. I'm Noah McKay, that's Jeremy Tollis and Hallie Gunlock on the sidelines, as we are set to kick things away. Stone going to kick right to left if you're listening online. Noah Potter with a pooch kick angling towards the sideline. Going to be fielded at the 30 and tripped up as soon as he made the catch. This field is in great shape. Gunnar Block made the catch on the kickoff and then got caught up by the grass. It'll be 1st and 10 for Bronston Chaffin. He's been sensational, firmly in the Mr. Football conversation a third of the way through the season. 463 yards through the air, 447 yards on the ground, over 300 all-purpose yards a week ago against Farragut, including 4 passing touchdowns. The multiplicity of this Upperman offense, something Derek Samber said, very different than in years past. Stone played them close last year, led at halftime, only lost by a couple of points. They're looking to finish the job this year against the highly touted Bees. Spread set for Chaffin. Takes the snap, carries around the left side. Chaffin breaks a tackle, and now he's forward. Now just shoulder checks a defender and finishes forward for a gain of 3. Bronston Chaffin setting the tone on a Gary Maxwell Insurance and Baxter Pharmacy first down.
One of my keys to the game is, can Stone match the physicality of Upperman? If they cannot, they're in for a long night. If they want to have a chance here, they've got to get physical up front and not get bullied.
The Macon County and Trousdale County game, they were trying to get it up over there on UCR3. They've been working for the past 20 minutes or so. Facebook being a little finicky, but they will figure it out some way. 1st and 10 here from the 48-yard line. But I'll just let you know now, it's going to be up as quick as it can. I can't do anything about it right here. Snap taken. Chaffin fires the header to Colton Johnson, who makes the catch. Stiff arms a man. That's Kyle Hench, and he'll be wrestled down after a gain of about 3. They go to the big tight end on the perimeter, coming off a game day visit to Jacob Vinson stomping ground, the Indiana Hoosiers last week.
Nice. Hey, you've got to tell the line that Coach Samber had about guarding Colton Chaffin.
Colton Johnson, I asked him.
I'm sorry.
I asked him, what are they going to do with Colton Johnson? And he said, we're going to stack a couple of defenders on top of each other and just try to keep up and help out that way. Colton Johnson, the big tight end, at 6'5", 235 pounds. Getting thrown to from his 6'4", 230-pound quarterback. It's a big weapon in the middle of the field, and he's come alive. He had 5 catches a week ago for 85 yards and a score. 2nd and 7 here for the Bees. They're on the Stone 49-yard line. Carmine Phillips in the backfield for the first time with Bronston Chaffin. Waist-high snap, handoff to Phillips up the middle, and he is hit immediately. The Panthers are ready for it. 4 different black jerseys push down Phillips. Maybe half a yard on the play. It's going to be 3rd and 7.
Yeah, Eldridge there really filling the gap really well on that, and that is exactly what I'm talking about. Shed that block, fill the lane, and attack. You don't want to be attacked by the running back. Attack the running back, and he did a great job on that play.
They are live, Cookeville and Gallatin on UCR4. Again, working on Macon County, Trousdale County. As soon as possible, that game will be live somewhere. They may have to change pages, but we'll get it shared to our page as soon as they're live. 2 out to the left here for Bronston Chaffin. Carmine Phillips is the tailback on 3rd and 7. Takes the snap, play fake, looking to throw downfield. Gunner Block with a step. There's the ball, and he lays out and makes the catch. Bronston Chaffin into the breadbasket of Gunner Block, all the way into the red zone. It's a huge gain on the Baxter Pharmacy and Gary Maxwell Insurance first down.
You mentioned the 4 touchdowns last week from Chaffin, and people think of him as that bruising Cam Newton-ish type running back, but this kid's got an arm too, and when Upperman can be two-dimensional like that, good luck trying to defend it.
1st and 10 here. And now we have a whistle and a stoppage on the field of play. And the connection, Adam Kane's talked a lot about that this week, between really the 2 biggest weapons that have emerged on this offense on the outside with Colton Johnson and Gunner Block. Gunner Block last week, 3 catches for 88 yards and a score. The 3 of them, they all look very different, but they're on the same page in a major way as Stone gets a late runner onto the field here. 1 receiver each way, and maybe the first time we see the loss of Dylan Phillips hurt the Panthers on defense. In the red zone, they are into the Turner Roofing red zone. Snap taken, play fake. Chaffin keeps it. Flags everywhere as he goes to the 10 to the 5. Bronston Chaffin into the end zone for the touchdown, but we will wait. Couple of flags down right in the area of offensive holding.
Yeah, pretty obvious if the referee and the umpire both have it on that play.
And it is a hold called against the Bees, so that wipes a touchdown off the board. Backs it up 10 yards. It'll be 1st and 20 as Upperman goes now out of the Turner Roofing red zone to about the 23-yard line.
I will tell you, knowing the crew, the officiating crew on this game, very experienced umpire, very experienced referee, very experienced head linesman on Upperman's side, younger official, line judge on Stone's side, and back judge. Been in it 5 or 6 years, so pretty experienced crew for this game.
This is a game that historically has been chippy outside of Macon County, and really including Macon County. Stone about as close with Upperman as anybody in Region 4 4A. It's an Upperman team that's only lost one game in region play in the regular season under Coach Kane. It was here 3 seasons ago. That was their last regular season loss until 2 weeks ago when they lost at Greenville. 1st and 20 for the Bees. Shotgun snap to Chaffin. Play fake, keeps it himself. Not a lot of room to operate. He will push forward, and now the cavalry arrives. That's just Chaffin making something happen as he got about 7 or 8 yards. But, and this is big, his helmet came off, so he's going to be forced off the field here. Can you take a timeout to change that, or is he forced to miss a play no matter what here, Jeremy?
It's weird because in football, you cannot. So he has to miss a play no matter what. If this were a basketball game, a timeout can buy him in. So it's just kind of funny how those rules are a little different in 2 different sports.
Well, that is very important here because they'll have to send a backup. They'll see if they go Wildcat with Carmine Phillips or if they send Elijah Barlow out to take this snap. And it looks like they're going to stay they're going to go Carmine Phillips at the quarterback spot, I believe. Jack Smith is out there as well. Phillips takes a low snap, play fake around the left side. There goes Carmine Phillips, and he breaks a tackle. Carmine Phillips carrying forward near the 5-yard line down to the 6. So they go Wildcat, and they get the penalty yardage up. It's going to be 3rd down and about 2 here for the Bees.
Yeah, that's just disheartening for Stone there, thinking, hey, we've got Chaffin out here, and maybe the advantage to us, and then Phillips just takes off lightning fast and finds a gap and gains 8 yards.
It's going to be 3rd down and 2 here for the Bees, and if I go quiet for a moment, it's because I'm working on the other streams. One receiver out to the right for Chaffin, who's back in. Takes the snap, going to give to Phillips. Phillips bounces to the 5, now pushes forward into the end zone. Touchdown, Upperman. A methodical drive right down the field. Ends with a Legacy House touchdown.
Yeah, if you're Coach Samber there and you win the toss and defer, you're hoping to have a little bit more out of your defense on that first drive, but that was just typical Upperman offensive football, and here we are at 6-0.
If your car alarm is going off in the parking lot, you just got called out on the PA system. Austin Roberts on for the extra point. Gunner block holds. The kick is up, and the kick is good. If you're Adam Kane, it was a terrible start a year ago in this stadium. That is a great start for him right down the field, and Carmine Phillips ends it with a touchdown.
And would you know it, Easton Tollison's catching the extra point field goal.
I was wondering if he's here tonight.
He's everywhere. He's on every sideline. He just caught the extra point.
He just makes himself at home. Again, we're working on the Macon County broadcast. Everybody else is live.
We talked earlier about some funny Samber-isms, if that's what you want to call it. One thing we talked about with Coach Samber was like, hey, what do you got in that bag of tricks this week with your trick plays? And he gave us a line and said, hey, I put a suggestion box on the outside of my office and let students put plays in there. I picked out the top 12, and I just had such a hard time kind of breaking the tie on those 12. We may just run all 12 tonight.
We'll see. They end up doing that. Score update. Big one here as we look across on the Turner Roofing scoreboard. White County leads Tullahoma on a Cole Sims 20-yard touchdown rush, 7-0, middle of the first quarter there.
If they can have ball control, White County.
They found something. Kickoff is away, fielded by Caden Page on the 8-yard line for the Panthers. Blockers in front for him, stutter steps. Flag is down as the cavalry arrives. Colton Johnson with a big lick on Page, and we'll wait on the flag as he's taken down at about the 23-yard line.
Typically from that side, it's going to be something like holding or a block in the back. We'll see what Mr. Young has. It's holding.
So how is that enforced, Jeremy?
Unfortunately for Stone, a full 10 yards back from the spot of the foul, so it'll be 1st and 10, back them up. And what you don't want is to start the drive around the 13, 14-yard line.
And we will see Noah Potter. How good has he been so far this season? You look at the stats. 692 passing yards, completing 64% of his passes for 11 touchdowns. Is missing his second favorite target in Dylan Phillips, as we mentioned. But how about Caden Page has really burst onto the scene, the preseason All-Upper Cumberland first-teamer, averaging over 100 receiving yards a game. Again, we're working on getting those games live.
One thing I want to watch here is how can Stone get their skill players the football in space. I don't think they win this game between the tackles. They've got to get these guys in space.
Snap taken. They're going to play fake it. Now we have a whistle and another flag. And this won't make Derek Samber happy because it's illegal procedure, and that backs them up 5 more yards as they'll be back inside their own 10-yard line at the 9.
Yeah, if you're Coach Samber, things couldn't have started any worse to this point. We've got to right the ship and find something here.
Potter in the gun, got one receiver split out each way, takes the snap, gives to the sophomore back, A.J. Vandiver. Big holder run through for Vandiver, and he gets forward near the 20-yard line. That'll do for the Panthers, and now we'll see their tempo, a gain of about 10 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 upcoming.
And, again, we talk about this with Stone, but I just think it's so unique how they send the plays in with the cards.
Potter takes the snap, now play fakes on the RPO, fires to Page, and it's broken up. And this is the must-see matchup tonight. Caden Page against Elijah Fitz. Fitz has had some big-time matchups this season. He's been great at corner. Another big challenge for him against the ever-electric junior, number 23 in black and gold. 3rd and 4 here, and we expect Stone to be very aggressive in 3rd and 4th down situations in this ball game, knowing that they probably need a couple of breaks in this game. Snap taken, play fake again. Potter fires the quick hitter. Caden Page lost his man, and now he stutter steps forward. Fitz was running the wrong way. There's Page getting loose on a Turner Roofing and Gary Maxwell Insurance. 1st down.
Yeah, I didn't have a good look at Fitz on that play. However, he had to have thought Page was going deep, turned his hips, Page cut underneath, and just a great route, 1st down there.
Snap taken, now Potter around the right side gets a big block and will be escorted out of bounds. Elijah Fitz right there for the tackle. We'll see where they spot it. Maybe got a yard on the play. 2nd down upcoming here for the Panthers as they worked right to left on your screen. Again, working on the making game. Everybody else is live. We know it's not live, I promise. One receiver each way, Potter in the gun. Takes the snap. Going to give it up the middle to Vandiver, and this time the Upperman front ready for it. He's put down immediately. Maybe got a yard. A.J. Vandiver, ton of speed and empty space for the sophomore. One of the best middle school backs in Crossville in a long time. It'll be 3rd down and 8 here for the Panthers as they get right back on the line. We're in the Upper Cumberland Generators broadcast booth. It's also during the game of the week, so also presented by Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing. Snap taken, play fake again. Potter looking deep. Fires, and it's nearly intercepted, but batted down. Elijah Fitz got even after getting beat on the last 3rd down. A great pass breakup, and now Stone will be forced to punt as we've passed the midway point here in the 1st quarter.
It just shows Fitz's speed there. As soon as the ball was thrown, he breaks toward the ball, cuts in front of the receiver, and he's just got great technique.
Stop fighting in the comment section. I'm going to turn the comments off, period. Noah Potter. He's the punter. He's the kicker. He's a really good punter and a really good kicker as well. Carmine Phillips back deep to receive, standing on his own 30-yard line. Potter has the snap. Gets a kick away. This one's not very good. Way up into the air. It's going to bounce at the 45 and takes an Upperman hop backwards. Stone will touch it. A punt of just about 15 yards. And Upperman will take over 1st and 10 on their own 45-yard line after going right down the field on their opening drive. It's a Stone team that had a very slow start against Coalfield, and I talked to Coach Sammer about that, said we were kind of asleep in that game entering it. No, they can't do that tonight. You do not want to get down multiple scores against this offense.
You don't, and I mean, this possession, and again, 5:22 to go in the first quarter. I don't want to talk about just absolutely critical drives, but this is close to a very critical drive for this Stone defense.
Carmine Phillips scored a touchdown on the opening drive. Bronston Chaffin leads his troops out here, takes the snap, going to play fake, rolls to his right, fires over the middle, receivers there, it's Johnson. Big stiff arm, then he's hit hard, still on his feet. Johnson moving forward. We're playing tackle football in Crossville. A gain of 21 for the big junior and a Baxter Pharmacy. And Gary Maxwell Insurance, first down for Upperman.
It just shows you how what I like to refer to as country strong or country tough that Johnson is. Stiff arm, doesn't see the other guy trying to tackle him, hits him, knocks his ear pad out of his helmet, and then bulldozes a kid for an extra 6 or 7 yards. Just unbelievable.
First and 10 for the Bees, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Bronston Chaffin in the shotgun. Motions a man across. It's Phillips. Takes the snap, gives to him on the jet sweep. Phillips jukes upfield. He's cut down. And he tried to get back up. They'll say he was down. A nice open field tackle made coming in. That's Cade Radcliffe, number 44, who gets his knees out from under him. Gain of just a couple to be 2nd and 8.
Yeah, great open field tackle there by Radcliffe. He misses that tackle. It's an additional 10 to 15 yards easily.
Perfect night for high school football. 68 degrees. Not a cloud in the sky. I mean, this is as good as it's going to get as we near the middle of September. They are working on the Macon County broadcast, I promise you. They are. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. They're doing everything they can. Chaffin motions a man across, takes the snap, play fake. He's going to keep it himself up the middle. There goes Bronston Chaffin to the 25 and down to the 21. It's a Baxter Pharmacy and Gary Maxwell Insurance first down. And Stone Memorial's got to be very careful right now. Upperman moving right down the field offensively. They enter this game as one of the best offenses in the classification. Both teams did. They're averaging 35 points per game, and that includes a big output against Greenville. So the offense was not the issue on the road at Burley Stadium a couple of weeks ago.
I think just the breaks of the game was the offensive pickup and score. Just the breaks of the game didn't go Upperman's way that night.
Snap taken. Chaffin rolls to his left, looking. Now he's just going to fire it out to Phillips. Now Phillips jukes upfield. Carmine Phillips down after a gain of 8. The creativity out for Adam Kane, the play caller. They are into the red zone. This is the Turner Roofing red zone. Down to the 15.
You hardly ever see an option play like that where if it's wide open, Chaffin's running, but then he's got that outlet to try to draw the receivers in. Just a really well-designed option play.
2nd down and 3 here for the Bees. 2.5 to go. We are zipping along here in the opening quarter. Chaffin all alone in the backfield with a fullback in front of him. Surveys, now he has the snap. Going to keep it himself around the right side. There goes Bronston Chaffin, 10-5, and jumps into the end zone. Touchdown, Upperman. Bronston Chaffin right up the middle. It's his 8th rushing touchdown of the season. It's a Legacy House score, and the Bees with a strong start here on the road tonight.
Yeah, if you're an Upperman fan, this is exactly what you wanted to see. Defense has a good stand. Offense just meticulously going down the field, using any advantage that they have. And Stone has got to keep this thing out of the ditch.
Block takes a high snap, gets it down. Kick is up from Roberts, and the kick from Roberts is good. 2:18 to go in the first quarter, 14-0. It is very early, Jeremy. But it feels like Stone offensively has got to find a way to put a drive together right here, right now.
I mean, 2 things you've got to do. Just like you said, you've got to put a drive together and get your offense going. But when you're doing that, you're keeping this Upperman offense off the field as well, which they've just kind of had their way with Stone 2 drives in a row. But yet Stone has got to get something going here, or this game's going to slip away really quickly.
Upperman so far 4 for 4 through the air for 67 yards, 8 carries on the ground for 64. Carmine Phillips with a touchdown run. Bronsden Chapin with a touchdown run. Just 16 yards of offense so far. 27 yards of offense so far for Stone Memorial. They punted it away. Upperman's had good field position on both their drives, and they have cashed in on both their drives. The presenting sponsor of the high school football game of the week is Mayberry's Furniture, with locations in Crossville and in Cookeville. In-store installation. They are fantastic local people. You want a new couch, maybe remodel your bedroom a little bit, you need to go to our friends at Mayberry's Furniture this weekend. Go and check them out, and then watch Tennessee beat Georgia. As William Shea, the kickoff specialist, drives it right to Caden Page at the 10-yard line. Page with the 15, Page to the 20, and he's hit hard and cut down at the 25, and that's where Noah Potter and company will take over 1st and 10.
We talked about it, but Stone has just got to find some soul searching here. And again, we joked a minute ago about the 12 trick plays, but Coach Samber's got to figure out if the little bubble passes, if the passes down by the sideline are working, or is he going to draw up something crazy here to try to catch Upperman off guard? But he's got to find some rhythm.
1st and 10 upcoming here. One receiver out to the left for Noah Potter. Big drive here for the Panthers. They trail 14-0, 2:12 to go in the first quarter. Potter has a low snap. Play fake, looking to throw. Now forced out of the pocket. Eyes downfield. Fires, looking for Page. Incomplete as he's shadowed step for step by Gunnar Block. And we've got another flag on the far sideline. So we'll wait and see what this is. Carmine Phillips pointing towards Stone, but he's definitely not the final decision maker on that one. And it is an eligible man downfield as that RPO took a while. And that'll back him up 5 yards and make it 1st and 15 upcoming here for the Panthers.
Yeah, I think they're going to decline it.
They are going to decline it and turn it into a 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and listen how the Upperman defense has played thus far. I think declining, there's just a wise choice and take 2nd down.
Score update on the Turner Roofing scoreboard. Cookeville leads Gallatin 7-6. Cookeville with a long drive. Easton Davidson with a 7-yard touchdown pass. Livingston leads 14-0 against York. Hawkeye trying to get to 4-0. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Low snap, going to hand to Vandiver. He's hitting the backfield, gets away from one man. Now he's crunched. The cavalry arrives and puts him down. Big loss on the play. Parker Cox, another future Division I college football player, in there defensively for the Bees.
Yes, Coach Samber and Stone just trying desperately to find anything that can work on this Upperman defense.
Trips to the left, 1 to the right. And now we have a whistle and a timeout on 3rd and 14 as everything's going right for the Bees. Timeout called on the field. Upperman takes that timeout.
There's one coach in Tennessee that calls a timeout in that situation right there, and it's Coach Kane. We laugh about this. You can count on one hand how many timeouts he's taken home with him during his career here at Upperman. I'll tell you what, we've talked about it, Noah, but it's 3rd down. You cannot punt the ball back to Upperman right here. I think this may be a chance for Coach Samber to pull something out of that little magic book that he's got, but if you punt here and Upperman just drives it down your throat again and it's 21-0, early 2nd quarter, you just feel like this game may be too far out of reach. So this 3rd down right here is critical for Stone.
3rd down and 14 for Noah Potter and company. Stone's done nothing so far in this football game. 14-0 Bees. And this Region 4 4A showdown. Potter's going to be all alone in the backfield. Calls for the snap. Has it. Drops back. Little pump. Now rolls out to his left. Fires downfield. Receiver's there, and he's hit immediately. Think he's short. He got a very, very generous spot from the far side official. It looked like he was about right at the 35 to my eye, Jeremy. They give him the 36, and that is enough for a big Turner Roofing and Gary Maxwell Insurance 1st down.
Yeah, big play right there. As as well as you thought he was a tad short. But that is kind of hard to spot in the middle of the field when you've got forward progress and he gets pushed back.
Right back on the football here, Stone trying to capitalize. Snap taken, going to fire it to Page, hit immediately. And if you remember last year's game, they feasted on those quick hitches. Upperman ready for that time. Liam Schaefer shoots through to make the stop defensively.
I'll tell you, Schaefer, if he's a half a step sooner, he could be dancing in the end zone right now.
Snap taken, Potter drops back, looking right, has time, orchestrating, now fires deep downfield, jump ball! Did Haney catch it? He did! Hunter Haney goes up and makes the contested grab for a humongous Panthers gain.
Stone feels like they may have found something with these 10 to 15 intermediate yard throws downfield, and they just need to keep attacking and try to cut this deficit in half.
A huge play, biggest of the game so far for the Panthers. They're right back on the ball in the 30-yard line of the Bees. First time into Upperman territory tonight for them. Potter takes the snap, drops back, being pressured. Going to fire deep again, looking for his man Page, and there's the flag as Schaefer got a hold of Caden Page. And they're going to say that occurred just out of the end zone, I think. So it'll be half the distance. It doesn't matter. It's going to be a 15-yard penalty right to the 15-yard line. Back-to-back deep shots for Potter. He's a great deep ball thrower, as you've seen, and that time Schaefer, no doubt about it. Huge hold of the jersey of Caden Page.
Yeah, I was wondering if they would have had the hold before the ball was in the air or if it was pass interference. But they felt like the pass had been thrown by the time that the hold happened.
So that marks it all the way into the Turner Roofing red zone down to the 15-yard line here. One receiver out each way. Potter again, empty set, going to roll out to the right. Tries to cut upfield. He's grabbed from behind and wrestled down as they went with the student body right. Gain of a couple, and this should be the last play of the first quarter. We'll wait and see if that is the case, and it will be. Stone with life after a fast start for the Bees on the road. After one here, it's Upperman 14, Stone Memorial 0. This is the high school football game of the week, presented by Mayberry's Furniture on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Tee Up is the Upper Cumberland's brand new indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. You want to know how you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at teupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. Tee Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Legacy House in Smithville is packed full of one-of-a-kind homemade items. With a huge selection of unique clothes, jewelry, and home goods, you're sure to find something for everyone in the family. Located at 104 West Walnut Street in Smithville. Stop by and see their selection Tuesday through Saturday, or follow them on social media by searching for Legacy House. That's Legacy, H-A-U-S. Legacy House is proud to be an all-inclusive sponsor of UCR.
Welcome back. Stone Memorial trying to answer back after 14 straight to open up the game for the Upperman Bees. It's a 2nd and 9 for the Panthers. They're on the Upperman 14-yard line. I'm Noah McKay, Jeremy Tollison, Hallie Gunlock on the sidelines. We're here in the Upper Cumberland Generators broadcast booth. It's also the high school football game of the week, so it's also presented by our friends at Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing. Great start for Upperman. A couple of big plays, 1 pass interference, 1 pitch and catch to Hunter Haney has given Stone new life, and they're staying in this formation, which has Potter alone in the backfield. Calls for the snap and has it. Drops back, being pressured, steps up in the pocket. He could run this thing. He's around the left side, still eyes downfield. Now he will tuck it, angles towards the first down marker. He'll be out of bounds about a yard short of it, but a good job of Noah Potter to evade the initial rush and make it a 3rd and 1.
Yeah, he is elusive. I'll tell you, just a great read there. The first read on his pass wasn't open, so he tucks it and runs. Great run for 9 yards.
One receiver out each direction for Potter. Snap taken, dropping back again. Potter pressured again. Now rolls out to his right. He's being grabbed from behind, fires in the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off Elijah Fitz. It's maybe a pick six to the 30, 40, 50, 40, 30, 102 yards. Pick six. Touchdown, Upperman. Elijah Fitz with the longest play from scrimmage this season in the Upper Cumberland. A late flag for celebration, but what a play by the senior DB.
I don't know what happened there, but the receiver's actually blocking. I don't know if he expected a quicker pass underneath or the quarterback to run. I'm not quite sure. The receiver had no idea that the ball was coming because he's blocking in the end zone, and Fitz sees it, and his eyes light up because there's 103 yards to the end zone.
And we'll wait on the flag. It came in late. It's on about the 8-yard line. I do think it was for celebration or sideline or something in there, but we will wait and see. It's 20-0 Upperman pending the penalty.
We need to see if this is live or dead ball. That's huge.
It is a sideline warning against Upperman.
Okay.
And so it is a touchdown, a Legacy House touchdown, a game-changing touchdown for Elijah Fitz. Stone was driving. They were deep in the red zone, had a 3rd and 2, and a just crushing interception for the Panthers and a pick six for Fitz. Roberts on for the PAT. Snap is down. Kick is up. And the kick is good. 11:31 to go in the first half. Jeremy, that is disastrous for the home team, who finally looked like they had some momentum.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I was going to say. Just back-breaking that you take the ball 60, 70 yards downfield. You're in scoring distance. And all of a sudden, just unfortunately, the play just ran the way that Coach Samber had it written up. And then you think it's going to be 14-7, and all of a sudden it's 21-0. It just back-breaking for Stone there.
Score update. York strikes. They lead 20-7. Livingston leads 20-7 over York on the Turner Roofing scoreboard. 21-0 here. Upperman leads over Stone. It felt like it was about to be 14-7 when we went to break in between quarters there, and how quickly games can change. Upperman going to kick it away. Stone can certainly score with the best of them, but now they're in a big hole against a very explosive offense.
Yeah, they finally put the extra point on the board. We were wondering if we may have missed something there with the extra point because it took a while to put it on the board.
In the first quarter, Upperman outgained the Panthers 131-73. Obviously, that won't go down as yardage. Elijah Fitz, he ran the whole length of the field to get 6 on the board for Upperman.
I know it's early, but good for Cookville to come out and at least start punching with Gallatin.
They lead 7-6 after one there. Kickoff deep to Caden Page. Page up the middle. He's hit, and then will be cut down at about the 29-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 here for the Panthers offense, which did some good things on that last drive. Still a lot of football to go with 11:25 to go in the first quarter.
If I'm Coach Samber, I don't do anything different than what I did before the interception on that previous drive, because he had found a little bit that was opening. That intermediate passing game seemed to be successful. And listen, if you've got great athletes on the outside, every now and then throw one up and get lucky and get a pass interference.
Snap taken. Handoff up the middle to Vandiver, and he's popped immediately. Colton Johnson in there. A helmet. It's Vandiver's goes flying as a host of bees fly in. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, if you're Coach Samber, you can't abandon the runs inside the tackle because you have to mix it up some. But except for the very first one, they've just not had any success in between the tackles against this Upperman defensive line.
2nd down and 10 here from the 29-yard line. 11:07 to go in the first half, 21-0 Bees. 2 offensive touchdowns and a 100-plus yard pick six for Elijah Fitz have given them a huge lead on the road. Stone looking for the answer. Noah Potter in the gun with Newback on his right. He's going to play fake, being pressured again. Hit as he throws, and he just threw it away. He sensed coming from behind with a lot of speed. One of the new linebackers in the absence of Walter Kane. That's the edge, Tate Porath, who shot through, and it's 3rd down and 10 now, and all the energy. Pretty good crowd in these humongous grandstands, and you can hear a pin drop right now after that pick six.
Potter is a very intelligent quarterback, and you can see why he's had some success that he's had up to this point. Just a really smart quarterback that runs Coach Samber's offense very well.
5 wide empty set here for Noah Potter and company, working left to right from the 29-yard line. On 3rd and 10, he surveys the defense. Has the snap. Here comes pressure again. Potter steps up in the pocket, fires on the run. Receivers there and makes the contorting, bending reception. He finds Lincoln Eldridge down the seam, and that's Noah Potter doing Noah Potter things for a gain of 20-plus. Turner Roofing and Gary Maxwell Insurance first down, puts Stone to the Upperman 46-yard line.
When things break down, he's just a playmaker, isn't he?
He is a playmaker, and he did that last year, and Adam Kane said that quarterbacks are really, really good. You may be seeing a battle between potentially the top 2 quarterbacks in the Upper Cumberland here tonight with Potter and Bronston Chaffin. Trips to the left, one to the right. Spread offense of Derek Samber looking for a spark. Snap taking, going to hand to Eldridge around the left side, puts a foot in the ground, gets forward, and now will be ridden down by Johnson. Colton Johnson entered the game tonight with 30 tackles in 3 games. He already has 3 or 4 in this first half. That's a gain of 5, though, for Lincoln Eldridge, and 2nd and 5 upcoming from the 42.
And this feels exactly like the previous drive. They just have to capitalize and put points on the board and just not make another crucial mistake.
They're going to try one more thing at Lafayette, and then worst case, they're going to record the game and we'll upload it as soon as it's complete. Trips to the right, one to the left for Potter. He has a low snap. Going to give to Eldridge. Right up the middle, big hole. He runs into Johnson and then is spun backwards. See if they give him forward progress for the first down with 9:18 and counting to go in the first half. Looks like it's going to be 3rd and about half a yard here for Stone, although that's very close. But they do decide 3rd down. Now they're going to look at this again. I think it's a first.
Nope. 3rd down.
3rd down. Went with the old eyeball measurement. We don't have the virtual measurements yet like they have in the NFL.
At his age, I'm surprised John Young can see it from that far away.
I couldn't see it from that far away.
I love John. He's my guy.
Trips to the right, one to the left here for Potter. Certainly 4-down territory. Eldridge stays in the backfield with him. Snap taken. Upperman brings pressure. Potter keeps it off the left side. Read it perfectly, and there goes Noah Potter. Dancing forward past the 30 and down at about the 28. Edge came crashing in. He kept the zone read and moves the sticks on a Turner Roofing and Gary Maxwell Insurance first down.
And again, just shows the athleticism and elusiveness of Potter. I'll tell you, he's unbelievable.
Macon County is on. We're going to figure out where they are on. And then we're going to get it checked and shared.
Upper Cumberland reporter Ocho, I mean, where are they at?
They may be on Tennessee Talk. They may be on Levi Borders' personal page. They may be on my personal page. They're going to be somewhere, but we're going to find out. Probably not on there. Maybe 3. There it is, on UCR 3. We'll check it and get it shared. Snap taken. Potter going to roll to his right. Trying to orchestrate the offense. Fires on the run to Page. He makes the leaping catch. There he goes. Page to the 10 to the 5 into the end zone. Touchdown, Stone Memorial. What a catch and score for Caden Page. Another flag late for some extracurriculars. The Panthers back in the football game on a great drive.
Yeah, that was – the snap was a little bit off. And then Potter rolls to the right. Absolutely throws a dot
that was a
to
great
Page,
throw.
barely over the hand of Block there. Great catch, finds the seam, scores exactly what Stone needed.
And he got popped on his way into the end zone. And that was the extracurricular personal foul against the Bees. I think Carmine Phillips got a lick in on Page. They're going to enforce that on the kickoff, which
Correct.
could be big. It actually gives Stone an opportunity maybe to try an onside kick and not get punished as bad in the field position game.
I remember they pooched the first time, so that does you even more to be able to pooch the ball actually from the 45-yard line on the other side.
The kick is up, and the extra point is good. Stone had a great drive going on that last drive, Jeremy. They turn around. They have another great drive. Doesn't end in disaster. And now all of a sudden, got ourselves a ball game, but they're going to have to figure out a way to steal a possession or slow down this Upperman offense.
Exactly what I was going to say. We've got a problem. Houston, we've got a problem. The problem is the Stone defense has not stopped Upperman yet. So, but listen, momentum. Football's a funny game. It's a game of momentum. You see what your offense is doing. Defense steps up, gets a stop here. All of a sudden, this gets very interesting. Yeah, I'm anxious to see if Stone tries anything, being able to kick the ball off from the 45-yard line on Upperman's side. Did you say the Vols are going to win tomorrow?
I do think the Vols are going to win tomorrow. They are live on UCR3. They're getting revved up there. And now this is a kickoff from the 45-yard line. I'd be stunned if you don't see an onside kick here out of the Panthers. And by the way, speaking of the Vols, this throwback jersey you got on, repping the new Adidas?
My Casey Clausen Iceman jersey. Let's go. Let's see if they try anything tricky.
And they are going to onside kick. Potter right up the middle. It's a good kick, but it's fielded by Carmine Phillips, who's spinning forward at the 35. It was a great onside kick by Noah Potter, but Carmine Phillips right there as it crossed 10 yards, and Upperman will get it 1st and 10 on their own 35.
It's amazing how football is just a game of inches. If that ball is 3 inches to the left, it pops right into the Stone kickoff's hands, and it's Stone football. And the way their offense has moved the ball the last 2 drives, wow, man, it was close.
1st and 10 upcoming here for the Bees. They have moved it with ease on their 2 drives, just their 3rd drive of the game offensively. 2 to the left, 1 to the right for Bronston Chaffin, who's all alone in the backfield. Chaffin has the snap, going to carry it around the right side, looking to bounce it. There he goes in a foot race. It's coming back. A B is down as Chaffin weaves through traffic. He's into Stone territory at the 41, and we'll see if this is holding. A B slow to get up. It's right in the area of holding, and it sure is. 10-yard penalty, make it 1st and 20, and one of the Bees' offensive linemen is a bit slow to get up. Couldn't quite get a look at the number. It's one of the left sides of the offensive line. Maybe Noah Tarver down there for the Bees, and the training staff jogs out to see him. Big drive for Upperman offensively. If Stone can get a stop, they got a chance at a 2-for-1 going into halftime.
Absolutely.
In a brand new ball game.
Yeah, we when Coach Samber had said, hey, we win the toss, we want to defer, felt a little weird. I felt like he might want to take the ball and just kind of show what he's got. But if they get a stop here, then he's the smartest guy in the stadium.
Hallie with the report. It is Noah Tarver down there. 1st and 20 here from the 35-yard line.
And this happened in the first quarter, but, hey, we got to watch Gunnar Block right here. He has been an absolute weapon.
2 to the right, 1 to the left for Chaffin. Snap taken, going to give to Phillips around the left side, and he'll pinball out of bounds, a gain of about 6. It'll be 2nd and 14 here with 7:15 and counting to go in the first half.
One thing non-traditional that Upperman does as much as anybody I've ever seen is run the football to the short side of the field, because they just feel like they have an advantage to beat you up when most people look at that wide side of the field and their eyes light up and think, oh, look how much space we've got over there. But then Upperman, they just run to the short side a lot.
2nd down We'll make it right at 15 as they're on the 30-yard line. Chaffin breaks the huddle. He'll keep Phillips with him. One receiver split out each way. The Stone band down to our right rocking as Adam Kane going to burn his second timeout of the first half. We'll take a quick break with him and come back in 30 seconds. Don't go anywhere.
The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this 3-bed, 2-bathroom home located just minutes from I-40. This home has a completely renovated kitchen with quartz countertops, LVT flooring in the common areas, and a 2-car garage. For more information, visit chadandamycrouch.com or call 931-979-1191. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
21-7 our score. Upperman with the football. They lead here on the road, but a 2nd and 15. Stone's offense is roared to life. Back-to-back really nice drives. The first one, though, ended with a pick 6 that went 100 yards the other way. The second one with a sick touchdown throw from Noah Potter to Caden Page. But the Bees with control and the football. 2nd and long here as this game hangs in the balance in Region 4 4A. Fitz out to the left, block to the right for Bronston. Chaffin 4 down front here for the Panthers. Snap taken. Dropping back to pass is Chaffin. Has time. Now rolls to his right. Being pressured. Fires against his body. Jump ball incomplete. He was looking for Elijah Fitz, and Caden Page slid right under him to take him out and break up the pass.
It is so difficult. Now, it shows you the arm strength of Chaffin, but it is so difficult to be accurate rolling to your right, coming back across the field. He floated the ball just a little bit more than he probably wanted to. Gave Page time to get there. Great defensive play.
3rd and 15. If Stone wants to win this football game, they're going to have to get stops in situations like this, down 14 on their home field. Field looks great tonight. They put a lot of money in on it over the offseason. It's holding up so far. Second home game of the year for them. Getting a little colder outside, of course. Trips to the right, one to the left for Chaffin. Has a low snap, drops back. They're bringing pressure. Rolls away from it, now with time. Chaffin looking back. Now fires on the run, and it's intercepted. Picked off for the Panthers. Cade Radcliffe slides in front, makes the pick, and Stone in business. And that is one the Bees will very much want to have back.
Hey, right on cue. You said Stone needs to make something on 3rd down here. Big play. Chaffin probably wants to throw that one away or find a different receiver. But, hey, Stone, hey, here we go.
Cookeville leads Gallatin on the Turner Roofing scoreboard, 10-6. 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. A 33-yard field goal from Gavin Lentz puts him out in front by 4 against the Green Wave. Meanwhile, here, Stone with a chance to cut it to a score with 6:57 to go.
And again, ifs and buts. But without the pick 6, you could have Stone going in for the lead right now. I mean, this game is far from over.
Low snap, Potter has it cleanly. Now pressured again. Goes left and he's sacked. Buried in the backfield. Nowhere to go. And here comes Tate Porath off the edge to make the sack.
Yeah, Porath just read it like a book there, and Potter had no choice. He thought for just a second he could let go of the ball, but Porath just closed too quickly, and he did the smart thing by just going down instead of making a huge mistake.
Tate Porath leads the teams in sacks. He had one week 1, a strip sack, had another big sack on a 4th and goal against Greenville, and he has one here. But Stone very capable of converting this. They're back to a 2nd and 18 from the 49-yard line. Potter alone in the backfield again. They found something with this set. Takes the snap, drops back to pass. Now he's going to step up, forced ahead. Fires on the run, receivers wide open, and he dropped it. Would have been a big gain. It was right to Lincoln Eldridge on the edge. Would have made it 3rd and manageable. Instead, it's 3rd and 18.
Yeah, unfortunate for Stone there. Just another good athletic play by Potter, and the receiver just can't come with the catch.
6:04 to go in the first half, from the 49-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 18 here for the Panthers. They trail 21-7 here. Just got a big turnover. It was Bronston Chaffin's 3rd interception of the season. Potter has the snap again. Drops back. pressured again. Steps up in the pocket, fires deep, way overthrown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Carmine Phillips. He has a stiff arm on Page, trying to be wrestled down, and now they'll stand him up. We've got a flag in late. The second interception of the game for the Upperman defense as Carmine Phillips camps under it like a punt. The flag is late. I think it's in the area of a face mask or something against Stone Memorial on the tackle attempt. And the turnover goes unscathed for the Bees as they take it right back.
Talk about bad eyesight. I can't see the flag. I don't know where it's laying. But
right in between where they're standing. They're kind of blocking it.
Okay.
They threw it down on the ground, and now they've picked it up, and we'll see what they call here. It is a face mask. Looks like the 5-yard variety there.
I believe so.
Which we still have in high school football. So it'll be 1st and 10 Upperman from their own 30-yard line, and that is not what Derek Sambra wanted. Just trying to make something happen under duress. Noah Potter threw it up, and that was easy pickings. If Carmine Phillips didn't get it, Elijah Fitz was standing right behind him for his second pick of the game.
You know, fortunately for Upperman, sometimes with those duck interceptions and you got two people there, sometimes they can interfere with each other and maybe the ball hit the ground, so good for them.
One receiver split out each way for Bronston Chaffin. 1st and 10. He takes the snap. Play fake, keeps it himself. Read perfectly, but he's pinballing forward. Bronston Chaffin, look at the strength. A gain of 12 and a Baxter Pharmacy and Gary Maxwell Insurance first down.
I would argue, and I don't think they keep up with this stat, but I would love to know throughout the state of Tennessee what player has the most yards rushing after contact. Because I'll tell you, he gets hit 1 yard down the field and ends up with 11 more. He's like a Mack truck in there trying to go through the defense.
1st and 10 here for the Bees from the 42-yard line. Chaffin, everybody in the box for the Bees. He's got Gunner Block in tight on the outside. Takes the snap, going to give to Carmine Phillips. Up the middle, Phillips breaks one tackle and then will be brought down as he passes the 45 to the 47. We go under 5 to play in the first half at 21-7, our score.
We talked about this in the pregame, but it's something Upperman's good at. But Upperman is content to play bully ball. And at the end of the day, it's like, hey, it's almost like, hey, we're going to run up the middle right now and see if you can stop it. Because right now they know what they're doing, but can they stop it?
One receiver each way here for Chaffin. 2nd down and 5 here for the Bees. Surveys now calls for a hard count. Do they get him? Not quite. They'll say he didn't come across the ball. And he'll check back towards Adam Kane with a new play. Fitz and block the wideouts. Phillips in the backfield. Chaffin has a low snap. Going to keep it around the left side. Stutter steps and is hit immediately. A great job shooting through by a couple of Stone Memorial Panthers. First one in there for Stone. In a sea of things that I have lost is the Stone Memorial roster, as one of the non-starters was able to make the catch. Carson McCoy, the junior linebacker.
Huge 3rd down for both teams here.
Snap taken up the middle. Carmine Phillips has it. He pinballs forward, and he's got the Baxter Pharmacy and Gary Maxwell Insurance first down.
You know, you and I talked about this at the Greenville game, but Phillips is just so blazing fast. People forget how physical he can run the football as well. And Stone's had some success the first half of this second quarter, but Upperman wants to settle back in and turn this into an Upperman football game.
Snap taken, Chaffin around the left side. He surveys, now goes forward. There goes Bronston Chaffin as he's cut down with a shoestring tackle after a gain of about 8 yards. It'll be 2nd and 2. He wanted a late hit. He doesn't get it. As we go under 3 minutes to play, 2:49 to be exact. On the Turner Roofing scoreboard, Sparta leads Tullahoma 10-7. And they stopped the clock, and I have no clue why.
Yeah, I think they stopped it thinking there could have been a first down, but there's not. They should be running it here. And they've picked up on that.
By the grace of God, The Macon County game is live with audio. Apologies.
I love going to Macon County. It is such a cool environment.
And now I'm going to be able to focus on this ball game. Chaffin in the gun. He takes the snap. Going to give to Carmine Phillips up the middle. Phillips pinballs forward. This time it is a Gary Maxwell Insurance and Baxter Pharmacy first down. Listen, we've got guys who are just trying their tails off to get games on the air, and we so appreciate them. Sometimes if I get a little quiet, it's because I'm trying to put out some fires and figure out what's going on. The MVP is the lovely Madison McKay, who's listening to all this in her ear, relaying information to me, dealing with me, snapping at her because I'm trying to get it going quickly, but she understands. The MVP, the reason the games are on, right there to our left. Thank you very much.
The lovely Madison
in
McKay.
every single way. 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. She just saved our lives. And by our lives, I mean our business. Block and Fitz going to be stacked to the left.
Which is your lives.
Correct. Upperman trying to drain the clock here. Block in motion. Snap taken, play fake. Firing deep. No, over the middle. He finds Johnson. He'll be wrestled down. Eldridge. Now their late whistle. Eldridge with a little shove on Johnson. We've got the flag in, and that's going to be half the distance. And I'll tell you, the unfortunate thing is, for both teams, there's been some personal fouls. The whistles are entirely too late down there on this football field in a rivalry matchup. It was a throw over the middle to Colton Johnson on a gain of 10, and I think this is going to put him into the red zone on an automatic first down.
Yeah, the officials are caught in a tough spot there because the officials and both teams are caught in a tough spot there because Colton Johnson was down, but it was close. And then he stands up thinking that maybe he wasn't down, and then there's just a little bit of chaos there that causes the late hit when actually I think the Stone player thought that the play may still be going on. And if Upperman can punch this in before halftime, it's just going to be back-breaking for Stone after the momentum they thought they had.
Snap taking, going to hand off to Phillips. He dances around to the 10, to the 5. Phillips still on his feet, into the end zone for the second time tonight. Touchdown, Upperman. Carmine Phillips in from 12 yards out, and the Bees stretch their lead back to 3 scores. It's a Legacy House score for the Bees. And they drained a lot of time off the clock as well, down to 1:20 remaining in the first half. That is enough time for Stone with all 3 timeouts remaining to try and go a quick 2-for-1. But now Upperman's offense, 3 for 4 with touchdowns.
Yeah, and another thing Upperman did with that drive is they just seized the momentum back.
Austin Roberts on for the extra point, block to hold. Snap is good, hold is good. The kick is up, and the kick is no good. First miss in a couple of weeks for Roberts as he pushed it wide. It'll stay at 27-7. The Goose is loose. Michael Lindsay here today. Coverage coming to UpperCumberlandReporter.com, including a cinematic highlight reel from this ball game. Stick around during the Happy Hiller halftime show. Jeremy will take us around the state. We'll look at the scoreboard. Region games getting fired up all across the Volunteer State.
This season's going to start getting fun, isn't it?
Already.
It is going. This is the best. This is high school football in its purest form is the best sport on the planet.
So we have 4 games live tonight across our network, and they are live. How about Cookeville leading Gallatin 10-6. Livingston way up over York. Going to get to 4-0. Livingston and White County next week in Hogeye Country. Going to be a great football game. Upperman has a big one next week.
We have some choices for the game of the week next
really
week.
The first time.
It's
not
going
been
to
obvious.
be. When are you going to let me know, like Monday or Tuesday?
We may let you know Friday morning. I don't know.
Hey, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
Stone gets out of the region next week, and they have Loud and Upperman out of the region. They welcome in Caden Powell and Beach.
Oh, my goodness.
Into Billy C. Rogers next week. Maybe the best quarterback matchup in the state next week.
Wow.
With Powell and Chaffin going at it. Meanwhile, here, Upperman with a 27-7 lead over Stone. That score deceiving. Stone's offense has found some stuff. We'll see if that continues, and if they try to go quick here as Shea boots this one away again right to Caden Page at the 12-yard line. Page angles towards the middle of the field, now cuts up at the 20. Page dances at the 25, tries to cut back, breaks one tackle, and now he'll be met by a host of Bees and put down. Great open field gang tackling made by the Bees, lighting the way. Trevor Paulk, the sophomore linebacker. And now we will see this offense. They have the explosive playmaking. 110, 3 timeouts. I don't think anything changes if you're Derek Samber. You got to figure out a way to get 2 for 1 and say the next time Upperman touches it, it's a one-score game.
Absolutely. And they found success, like we've talked about, with just some passes in that 8 to 15-yard range is where they feel like they found a little bit of a gap in this Upperman defense.
Low snap now right to Potter. He takes it. He hands up the middle to Vandiver, trying to surprise the Bees maybe. Upperman only has 1 timeout remaining. That's the other thing. You want to go, and pardon me, that was Eldridge on the carry. You don't want to give Bronston Chaffin and company any time as Kobe Justice in there to make the tackle. Right back on the ball with 49 seconds and counting to go in the half. Potter has the shotgun snap, gives to Eldridge again. Hit in the backfield and popped. Colton Johnson puts him down. Loss of a yard on the play, and Stone not being aggressive at all in this spot. They're trying to get into the halftime locker room right where it is. They do not have to snap it again. We'll see if they do.
And they won't.
With 30 seconds to go in the first half. And they look like they are in no hurry to do that. You could call a timeout with 5 seconds to go and try a play at the buzzer. But now, of course, you run the risk of a turnover, or you may just go into halftime. Derek Samber still has the headset on. And we'll see as he looks up with 9 seconds to go. Nobody moving, and now they start to walk off the football field. That will bring us to the end of the first half. The Bees in control on the road against their rivals. As we head to the halftime locker room, it's Upperman 27, Stone Memorial 7. When we come back, we'll have the Happy Hiller halftime show, a look around the state of the Turner Roofing scoreboard, and come back with halftime stats, and then all the action in quarter number 3. At the breaking Crossfields, Upperman 27, Stone Memorial 7. This is the high school football game of the week, presented by Mayberry's Furniture on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
The Real Estate Collective Auction Group offers expertise in a variety of services, including real estate, personal property, equipment, and nonprofit benefit auctions. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their upcoming auctions at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective Auction Group is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They are also proud to sponsor Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing's Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Be sure to stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood, or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Are you looking for the best dining experience in the Upper Cumberland? Visit Fire and Vine in Cookeville's historic West Side. Fire and Vine offers great service and a unique menu, including mouth-watering deep dish pizza, delectable beef, chicken, fish, and more. Take in stunning views from the rooftop while enjoying your meal. Come and experience the charm and flavor of Fire and Vine, your new favorite spot for a memorable dining experience. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this 3-bed, 2.5-bathroom home on the south side of Cookeville, just minutes from Highway 111. Built in 2024, this home has hardwood floors, 2,700 square feet with a very open floor plan and a 2-car garage. For more information, visit chadandamycrouch.com or call 931-979-1191. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Visit swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future. It's what we do. Legacy House in Smithville is packed full of one-of-a-kind homemade items. With a huge selection of unique clothes, jewelry, and home goods, you're sure to find something for everyone in the family. located at 104 West Walnut Street in Smithville. Stop by and see their selection Tuesday through Saturday, or follow them on social media by searching for Legacy House. That's Legacy, H-A-U-S. Legacy House is proud to be an all-inclusive sponsor of UC. Mayberry's Furniture has been family-owned and operated since 1946 and is now serving the Upper Cumberland with locations in both Crossville and Cookville, offering the largest array of solid wood furniture and mattresses in the area. They also provide a best price guarantee and in-house service and delivery. Stop into their 15,000 square foot showroom at 1020 South Willow Avenue in Cookville to see their selection of Amish solid wood, flex steel, Tempur-Pedic, Sealy Posturepedic, and much more today. Mayberry's Furniture is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the high school football game of the week on the UCR Media Network. Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookville Highway and get your vehicle serviced by their highly trained professionals. Right now, you can save money on oil changes, regular maintenance, and battery installation. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. When you see the happy face on our truck, Hiller! You'll be smiling cause you know that you're in luck. Hiller! When you fixed up and you know it, Hiller solved it like you hoped it. If you're happy and you know it, shout it out. Hiller!
The John Deere 5E is built for our way of life, and it's backed by Tri-Green Equipment's tried and true support. So stop by your local Tri-Green Equipment store to take advantage of financing as low as 0% APR this fall. Mowing, cleaning, hauling, whatever is on your to-do list, Tri-Green has a John Deere tractor built to handle it all with ease. Whether you're tending the land or tackling weekend projects, this is a season to get things done. Visit us online at trigreen.com to see how affordable a John Deere tractor can be.
Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate quality care for all patients from local people you can trust so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
The Quality Family, a local company supporting and caring for our local communities. The Quality Family offers services to get you back to the game. From bracing to oxygen and everything in between, we can meet your medical equipment needs with Buckeye Home Medical Equipment. If you have an in-home need for strength and conditioning, for example after a surgery or injury, Quality Home Health is available to provide individualized care while you are on the mend. For those with end-of-life diseases, Quality Hospice is available to provide nurturing care during those difficult times. Choose the Quality family of services for care within your community. Visit thequalityfamily.com to navigate all we have to offer you.
Amonette's Eagle Auction and Realty is proud to present an online-only auction featuring a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom brick home on over half an acre in Cookville. This home has over 1,700 square feet of living space and has a detached garage. You can bid on this property at eagleauctions.com or call 931-526-5335 for more information. Bidding on this online-only auction ends September 18th at 10 a.m. Amonette's Eagle Auction and Realty is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back. The band's rocking at midfield. At the break, it's Upperman 27, Stone Memorial 7. This is the Happy Hiller halftime show. Visit happyhiller.com to see how our friends at Hiller can help solve your plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical problems today. That's happyhiller.com. We're going to talk a lot about this game. We have first half stats thanks to the great Jeff Petey Goolsby. Hallie's going to catch up.
Is there any better?
No.
He's the man.
No disrespect to anybody else.
He's the
He's
man.
Unbelievable. Hallie will get the thoughts of Coach Samber and Coach Kane. We'll go to her before we get back into the second half. But first, region play opening across the beautiful Volunteer State. Let's take a look at the Turner Roofing scoreboard, Jeremy.
Obviously, we've got some East Tennessee stuff that is at halftime and some final. Unicoi County, the very first one.
The Fighting Tom McKays.
The very first one. Unicoi County 2-1 versus the 3-0. Who's your favorite team?
Chucky Doak.
3-0 Chucky Doak.
That's what I'm talking about.
3-0.
I think they got a early ending in one of those, but we'll take it.
Well,
the Black Knights that should be called the Rubber Ducks.
Here's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Chucky Doak 3-0 versus Unicoi County.
So my dad went to Unicoi County.
Yeah. So third quarter score, I want you to take
Irwin
a guess.
is killing them.
I want you who?
Unicoi County's killing them.
They are 41-6.
Yeah, it's
Chucky Doak will not be 4-0.
No, you never know. Hey, you cannot Chucky Doak at your own peril. They're coming.
Somebody's going to out Chucky Doak tonight.
No, they're going to. Miracles are incoming.
Tennessee High beat Cott County 35-0. That's a final. Cosby 49 over Unica. I say it wrong. Unica. I say it wrong every.
Unica.
Oh my goodness gracious. Sevier County is pretty good.
Yeah, defending 5A state champions.
Yeah, they're pretty good. They're up halftime over Daniel Boone 27-0.
Yep.
Mo West in the fourth quarter over David Crockett. I love, by the way, these names of some of these schools out in East Tennessee.
King of the Wild Frontier, baby. You know there used to be a restaurant in Murfreesboro growing up called Davy Crockett's. And the lovely Madison McKay pointing at me because she ate there. It was over. The Chewy's is there now in Murfreesboro.
Okay.
Now, listen, it may have been terrible. It went out of business for a reason, I'm sure. This is 18 years ago, plus years ago now, which means I'm old. But as a kid, incredible. And I got, whatever, chicken fettuccine every time. But just Davy Crockett's. We were going to go to Davy Crockett's, and they had the hats in there and all that.
It was a big deal.
And it was awesome. And it was peanuts on the ground like they used to have at some restaurants. And now as a guy who's allergic to peanuts, they don't do that anymore, and I appreciate. But still, fantastic. I'm sorry. Anyway, great name.
0-2 Cloudland versus 0-3 Hancock County. 60-14, Cloudland is up in the fourth quarter. Happy Valley.
We got to close it up, guys.
39-0 over Hampton. Final. Sunbright losing to Jellicoe. 20-6.
Hey, they're fighting.
Morgan Wallenville. 42-0 over Morristown East at this point.
I was telling somebody about these, and you never actually say what Morgan Wallenville is. It's just an if you know, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Well, people who don't know Morgan Wallen well, they're going to be like, what are you talking about?
He went to
Gibbs.
Gibbs.
You don't have to tell him.
Oh, no. I'm
did.
not going to say he did to Gibbs High School. It's funny, though, that literally Kenny Chesney and Morgan Wallen went to Gibbs High School.
Something in the water.
Something in the water. Greenville. Final 49-6 over Seymour.
They get Sevier County next week. That's going to be a great football game.
That's a good football game. That is a good football game. Elizabethton, 21-7 at the half over Volunteer.
Elizabethton, the likely 3-seed opponent for whoever comes out of Region 4-4A. In the second round.
Would that be the 1 seed?
It would be. Elizabethton's probably going to be the 2 seed out of that region.
Gotcha.
Greenville will be the 1. So Region 3 really down this year. Region 4 with a great chance to do what they do most years, which is go down and dominate Region 3. If that happens, the 3 seed out of Region 4 would travel likely to Elizabethton in the second round of the playoffs, which also gets into you may be more beneficial to do that because the 2 seed travels to Alcoa. Watch out in Week 11, everybody. The new format's going to cause for some head-scratching results the final week of the regular season.
4-0 Science Hill and 0-3 Bearden, 35-0. Knox Central. What country music star went to Knox Central?
Oh, I couldn't tell you.
Kelsey Ballerini. Just for the record, since we're talking about
music.
The other two.
She's got good music. Yeah.
Kelsey Ballerini. Cookville's opponent here in a few weeks, Maryville over Cleveland, 44-7.
Woo-wee, that is going to be. We will not be there that week.
Thank you.
That is not going to be the game of the week.
Thank you.
Maryville's really, really good.
The Fighting Oakdales of Oakdale.
The Fighting Michael Lindsay's.
The Gooses?
The Gooses. The Geeses?
What is Oakdale's mascot?
Oh, you know what's really bad is I called an Oakdale softball game like 3 months ago. Couldn't tell you.
Well, poor Oakdale lost to Cofield tonight, 65-0.
They're missing Michael Lindsay down there.
Bradley Central over Farragut, 24-10.
Farragut's schedule is insane.
Anderson County 49-19 over Heritage. Meigs County 22-8. Start of the fourth quarter over McMinn Central. Probably one of the best playoff games I ever officiated and one of the coolest stadiums I've ever been to. Oak Ridge at Dobbins-Bennett was one of my favorite playoff games I ever officiated. But they were playing tonight. Oak Ridge is up 23-7. Polk County and Sweetwater, man, what rivals there, 35-28. Carter over South Doyle. Or my friends from Sparta, I just said Doyle. That is wrong. It's Dole. So Dole, Tennessee, next to Sparta is Dole, not Doyle. Brandon Reeves, Powell High School. He set a record. I'm going to tell you something. He set a record at Powell High School. I want you to guess what
Biggest
it is.
forehead.
Nope. Nope. He spent more time on the bench.
Brandon Reeves, I love you, brother.
He spent
I love
more
your
time.
Whole family.
Spent more time on the bench than anybody in the history of Powell High School.
Somebody's going to call Brandon and tell him that I was being mean on the broadcast. I love Brandon. His entire family, they're great. Save your emails. That was funny, okay? Go ahead.
East Hamilton, 57-15 over Signal Mountain. Okay, this is Guess the Score for the week. You ready?
Here we go. This is why the scoreboard, by the way, takes 35 minutes, everybody. We're going through it right now.
Start of the fourth quarter. 0-3 Hickson.
Okay.
Versus 2-1 Loudon. What's the score?
Ooh.
0-3 Hickson.
Now, Loudon's schedule, now next week it gets tougher with the Stone thing. Not been very good. I'm going to go Hickson leading 21-14.
Hickson leading 20-7.
Yep, that doesn't stun me.
Okay, it stunned me. I didn't know much about either one of them.
Hickson is okay. Hickson is the team that gets to come to Baxter in the first round of the playoffs and lose by 1,000 points.
It's a nice drive, though.
It's
beautiful. 111,
it's
beautiful
easy.
drive.
It's going to be simple for Hickson.
Beautiful drive. Riverdale up 27-0.
It could be
over
Signal Mountain, who you mentioned earlier. One of those two gets the honor, the honor and the privilege of taking the million-mile march.
Our statistician tonight said the best 0-4 team in the state, Pearl Cone, is losing to Oakland at the half, 31-0.
Pardon me. Say that one more time.
He said it was the best 0-4 team in the state of Tennessee.
Pearl Cone, yes.
Pearl Cone.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Losing to Oakland, 31-0. Siegel is up on Smyrna, 13-10 at the half. South Pittsburgh, 42-0 over Brainerd. Clay County up on Monterey to start the third quarter, 34-0. Marshall County, 21-7 over Columbia. We talked about it. Cookeville putting up some fight. I'm proud of them. 10-6 over Gallatin at this point.
I got after Cookeville on the Tuesday Night Football show. got after them. And it's time to put up or shut up. You can't talk the way you did before the season and then be uncompetitive against your biggest rival. A big answer from Taylor Hennigan's staff so far. We'll see how it ends up going, but that's big.
Another team that has not started the season how they wanted to, but is putting up a fight tonight. At halftime, Friendship Christian, DeKalb County tied at 7.
Wow.
Good for DeKalb County. Let's go.
Well, if you thought Steve Trapp was going to go quietly into the night, you don't know.
Exactly.
Steve Trapp.
A pretty dadgum good football team, and that's how you say it from Gordonsville.
Gordonsville's really good.
20-7 at the half over Liberty Creek.
No, Gordonsville is.
They're good.
And they're sitting right now at 4 in the UC Top 5, and we had a discussion about moving them, let's put it this way, higher than 4 in the UC Top 5. They are a good football team.
They're good. Lebanon up on Mount Juliet 7-0. Trousdale losing to Macon County 21-7 at the half. Watertown 20-14 over Giles County. And
How
again,
about this? How about these
I don't know
White
if
County
it's got
Warriors?
to halftime yet, but
It is.
10-7, White County over Tullahoma. Coach Foster's got something going on.
They found something last week. Justin and I were talking about that today. They found something last week. Because Tullahoma is a bona fide top 10, no question about it, 5A football team. That's a White County team that has found something on the ground. They've committed to it. They have their identity. They get a big one next week at Livingston Academy. But it's a White County team that many wrote off and that we didn't give the credit that they deserved. They are playing great football right now.
21-7 Centennial over Green Hill right now.
We'll zip through these last half quickly because we got some first half stats. Blackman over Nolensville, 28-0.
I've never heard of Austin High School.
I have not either.
But they're beating Wilson Central.
Page up over Brentwood, 24-0. Hendersonville leads Rossview, 7-0. Lawrence County over Spring Hill, 14-0. Big one. Westmoreland leads Smith County, 21-0. We got some trouble in Carthage right now.
And there was also apparently an injury from a Smith County player, so let's keep him in our thoughts.
Absolutely.
Don't know the extent there, but there was a serious injury there.
Last one, couple really in Middle Tennessee. Franklin leads Coffee County 6-0. Springfield and Station Camp. This is a big one. Springfield, a 4A contender, they feel like this year. 21-14 in the second quarter. Ravenwood, that's a good football team. Routing Summit, 36-0. White House over White House Heritage. Big rivalry there, 12-7. We're not worried about D2. Congrats on your money. We continue on with the Happy Hiller halftime show. At the break, let's get to the halftime stats. Upperman leads 27-7. 12 first downs for the Bees to 7 for Stone Memorial. Total yardage, Upperman at 196. Stone at 148. But a couple of key stats. Upperman's Bronston Chaffin through the air. 5 of 7 for 77 yards. He did have one interception, but it was wiped off the board because Upperman has 2 interceptions defensively. Noah Potter, 5 for 13, 116 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 2 picks, including the longest interception return in Upperman High School history, 100-plus yards from Elijah Fitz. It's one of the longest. I'm confident saying this because it's impossible to be much longer in the history of Upper Cumberland High School football. Elijah Fitz with a pick 6. We've been doing this a while now. I can't remember a pick 6 out of the end zone going the other way. It happens very rarely.
I don't know if you realize this, but it's not until a few years ago, maybe 12-ish years ago, used to, when you caught the ball in the end zone and interception, it was dead immediately.
Interesting.
And so there may be several years where that wasn't the case, because you literally could not return an interception out of the end zone.
And the two-headed monster in the backfield for Upperman has really shown up. Carmine Phillips, 9 carries, 55 yards, 2 scores. Chaffin, 7 carries, 64 yards and a touchdown.
Thunder and lightning.
And the 3 weapons we've seen on the outside. We mentioned Elijah Fitz defensively, but Colton Johnson, 3 for 34. Gunnar Block, 1 for 36. Carmine Phillips, 1 for 7. For Stone, Caden Page had a sick touchdown catch on a great throw from Noah Potter. He has 2 catches for 44 yards and a score. Hunter Haney with a catch from 34. Lincoln Eldridge, 1 for 25. Carson McCoy, 1 for 13. A.J. Vandevers carried the ball 5 times for 14 yards. Noah Potter 5 times for 10. And Lincoln Eldridge has 3 carries for 8 yards. Stone has moved the ball pretty well, as you would expect them to. The yardage stats not very lopsided, but the score is, Jeremy. We've seen Upperman be very good on offense besides one drive, and the defense has been very opportunistic. A couple of interceptions, that pick in the red zone. They made a couple of huge plays. Stone gets the ball to start the second half. The game's not over, but the big problem for Stone, I'm sure, issue number 1 for Derek Samber, they got to figure out a counter to this Upperman offense if they want any chance of a comeback tonight.
Yeah, I agree, and it just seems when a crucial play needs to be made, Upperman has just made a few more plays than Stone has. Stone has made a few, get in the end zone, but Upperman has just the football gods have kind of shined on Upperman a little bit because they've just made a few more plays in crucial situations, and the scoreboard reflects that.
The mandatory 3-minute warm-up period on the board. Don't forget, this is the Happy Hiller halftime show. And we want to thank the presenting sponsor of the high school football game of the week once again, Mayberry's Furniture. After we talk about that, we'll have Hallie Gunlock, who will walk over to our left because we've got some interference right here. Mayberry's Furniture, locations in Crossville and in Cookeville. Over a 15,000 square foot showroom, Jeremy, and on South Willow Avenue in Cookeville. Get off I-40, go through 2 lights, you're right there. It's
How much
tremendous.
inventory do they have?
It's unbelievable. Wow. I mean, you got to go in there, and they're great local folks. You're not going to feel pressured. Listen, if you're like me, you like a really soft mattress, you like to feel like you're sleeping on a pillow, they got those. Tempur-Pedic, Posturepedic, right? the high-tech mattresses that you see in movies and stuff. You think, I can't get that. Oh, you can. And they're always having great markdowns in the store right there on Southwell Avenue in Cookeville. And if you're up here in Crossville, you're a Stone fan, maybe you're from East Tennessee, you're less than an hour drive out of Knoxville, the North City, come right down onto the square in Crossville. That place is massive as well, probably even a little bit bigger than the Cookeville showroom. Not going to get any better, folks. You're not going to get any better selection at any better prices in the Upper Cumberland. We thank them for being the presenting sponsor. And, of course, this is Upperman football. We broadcast every Upperman game thanks to our friends at Gentry's Power Equipment, your hometown steel dealer. We appreciate all the sponsors for making it possible. Hallie Gunlock caught up with Derek Samber and Adam Kane. First from Coach Samber. Hallie, what did he have to say on his way into the locker room?
Coach wasn't super happy with that first half, obviously. He said there's a lot that they need to work on, trying to get some momentum going into this open kickoff, and just really want to get things going offensively and defensively. He said both sides of the ball are a little slow tonight. Definitely going to talk to him in the locker room. On the other side with Coach Kane, he said he liked that first half. Obviously, he always finds something with it, and it was Stone's offense, how they were running the ball. He wants to slow that down a little bit. The pick six was great momentum. He wants to keep that momentum going into the second half and hopefully make Stone's defense and offense one-dimensional. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Hallie Gunlock on the sidelines. Yeah, I had a shocked look on my face. If Coach Kane said he was happy, he's going to find something that he's not happy with. Last week they went 42-6, and he's talking about how they made mistakes. That's how, Jeremy, and people get sick of hearing about it, but the facts are the facts. The Bees are 78-15 under Adam Kane in his 8th season. He's 104-25, one of the best winning percentages of all time in Tennessee high school football. He is an elite coach, and as Coach Samber said, he said, I know they get frustrated because they get every team's best shot every week. You don't give them your best shot, you get blown out. That is the standard for this Upperman team.
And what people don't realize, too, was how successful was Sequatchie County when he was there, and how, I'm not going to say poor, but they haven't had the success since
they were in the semifinals several times.
So at the end of the day, just a heck of a football coach. It just is what it is.
You're talking about a winning percentage that is just absurd. Of course, 3 semifinal appearances as William Shea's on to kick this one away, and he will boom it deep. This time away from Caden Page. They'll kick it to the left, fielded at the 10-yard line, trying to set up a return. Little dancing being wrestled down right there. Open field tackle made by Elijah Barlow. It'll bring up 1st and 10 for Noah Potter and company. Oh, there it is. As we went silent because we were trying to figure out where our notes were. We figured it out. It was on me. I grabbed Jeremy's notes.
Thanks, Noah.
I mean, I wrote them, so. Yeah.
See, I'm not just dumb because I'm dumb. I just didn't have the information.
No, that's just me. Thanks for calling me dumb.
No, I said me. I said me.
Trips to the left, one to the right. Potter in the gun here. Stone needs a drive down 3 scores. Takes the snap, going to play fake. Fires the hitter to Haney. Hit immediately and sent out of bounds by Elijah Fitz. Gets to about the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And we talked about it at halftime, but you feel like this is the ball game on this drive. I mean, it's just really about the momentum, and it's about if Stone turns the ball over and makes a mistake here, put a nail in the coffin. They've got to get something going right here.
They end up spotting that all the way to the 26, so it'll be a 2nd down and 6 upcoming here for the Panthers. Potter taking more time this time, takes the snap, going to give Eldridge, tries to get upfield. He's hit immediately and driven down. Upperman stringing out that outside zone for the Panthers. Good little show of sportsmanship at the end from both teams as well. First one in there, Andrew Bohan, the big defensive lineman, the senior, makes the stop. No gain on the play, and a 3rd and 6 upcoming here for Stone.
I know the weather's a little different in Crossville, but for the first time in 6 months, it's getting chilly.
I could use a jacket.
I actually could. I know up here on the hill it's a little cooler, but it's starting to get a little cool.
Mads was ready for it.
Yeah.
2 receivers each way. Potter has the snap, play fake, dropping back to pass. Has time, now forced out of the pocket to his right. Fires on the run, receivers there. Did he make the catch?
He did.
He did. Caden Page. The off-script connection that those two have is something else. A gain of about 11 yards. It's more than enough for Turner Roofing and Gary Maxwell Insurance first down.
one advantage I have to know whether he catches it or not is to watch the mechanics of the officials, because I know what to look for to see what they're going to do.
1st and 10 from the 41 for Stone. The offense has been pretty solid. Only 7 points, but a couple of big mistakes, taking good drives off the board.
They've had some really good success in between the 20s and only one time getting in the end zone.
And that is the hallmark of Upperman's defense historically. Bowing up in the red area. They show pressure. Here they come. Potter hit as he throws. Wide open is Eldridge, and he makes the catch again. Lincoln Eldridge having a big game in the absence of Dylan Phillips. Potter calm under pressure and delivers the strike.
And again, you know, the old saying is whenever you feel the blitz, throw to where he came from, and he's wide open on that play.
They fired Jude Fitzpatrick in off the edge, and they fired right down the seam to Eldridge. That's something that Potter did so well last year. Upperman saw it, was very impressed. They blitzed him from all over the place, and he was able to slice him up. Doing it again tonight. Trips to the left, snap taken, bringing pressure again. Going to run Eldridge, and he's hit immediately. Driven backwards and taken down. It is Jude Fitzpatrick, the junior linebacker. That's going to be a loss of 2 on the play. 2nd and 12 upcoming here. Don't forget, join us later on tonight, Friday Night End Zone Show. We're finally going to have a Friday Night End Zone Show on a Friday night.
And it's not going to be at Saturday morning at 2 a.m.?
For the love of everything, no, it's not. Presented by the Real Estate Collective. We hope you'll join Jacob Vincent and myself. We'll talk to coaches. We'll talk about all these games. And then you can join us tomorrow on 106.1 The Eagle. You may be listening to this game there right now as Tennessee Tech welcomes in Davidson, looking for their first 3-0 start since 1977.
Good for them.
12 o'clock kickoff, 11:30 pregame show. Myself, Justin, and Jacob will have the action from Tucker Stadium there.
Show up. People need to show up and watch that football
and
team.
It'll line up perfectly. Snap, take, and play fake. Potter down the middle, finds Page, and he makes the catch. Block was there at the exact moment when he caught it. He'll be about a yard short of the first down, but a gain of 10 makes it 3rd and short. One more thing on that. It's going to be perfect. Weather's going to be great tomorrow at noon. You go out and watch Tech, a heavy favorite over Davidson. Going to time up well to end the game. You can go home and watch Tennessee beat Georgia. So you can have a great Saturday watching local football and then the Vols. What could be better than that?
It's football season.
I love every
the best
second
time of the year.
And then the Titans play, and I hate football. Brian Callahan, you suck. Trips to the right, one to the left on 3rd and 1. Snap taken, ball's on the ground. It's fallen on by Eldridge. A loss, though, on the play on the botched exchange. And it's going to bring up a 4th and 2 and really 4th in the game for Stone with 8:13 to go in the 3rd quarter.
You know, fortunate for Stone to jump on the ball there. But I think they get a first down if the handoff's clean.
23-7, a safety for Macon County gives them that advantage over Trousdale in that rivalry matchup. We've got a whistle and a stoppage.
I think we've got a penalty on Upperman and a first down for Stone.
Big penalty here. Apologies, I was looking down at that score update, but you are correct. They get him off sides. That is a huge 5 yards, and it leads to a Turner Roofing and Gary Maxwell Insurance first down for Stone Memorial.
Can I complain a little bit?
Why not? Well, I've never stopped you before.
Listen, football has evolved where you're down in your stance and everybody raises up to look at the sideline and see what the play is. There's a 100% chance that you do that to try to draw the defensive offside. And it's legal within the rules. I don't like it. I don't like the quarterback clapping. I don't like any of that.
Trips to the right, one to the left. Shotgun snap to Potter. Hands off the middle. Big hole for the first time. It closes quickly as Eldridge pinballs forward to about the 29-yard line. Say a gain of 3. 7:22 to go, and now this is a rarity, but this drive taking a while for Stone down 3 scores. The game shortening for the Panthers. They're going to have to keep that in mind. By the way, stick around postgame with the Reichert Realtors postgame show. And Hallie will be joined by the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game and the winning head coach. Up for grabs right now. 2nd down and 7 for the Panthers. They're actually running a play call in, and I wonder if they feel like Upperman may have a beat on what those signals are with those signs that we've talked about. It slowed the offense down significantly for Stone, but they are driving. To the right, one to the left. Snap for Potter. Drops back, being pressured. Steps up, hit as he throws. Jump ball. Should be a pass interference, and it is. Liam Schaefer ran right into the receiver. If he turns around, he has the easiest pick of his life. Instead, it's going to be the 2nd DPI of the game against Upperman and a first down for the Panthers. He was looking deep for Kyle Hinch. Look for him to burst onto the scene a little bit in the absence of Dylan Phillips in the coming weeks.
Line of scrimmage is just barely inside the 30, it looks like, so it should be a full 15 yards, and the yardage is going to create a first down.
So it will be a Turner Roofing and Gary Maxwell Insurance first down. Into the Turner Roofing red zone go the Panthers. We appreciate our friends at Turner Roofing, locally owned and operated for over 60 years, servicing mostly commercial properties, but they do have some residential as well. They're proud to support athletes all across the Upper Cumberland and us here at UCR. Trips to the right, one to the left here, and now actually he'll send Eldridge into the slot as well. So a 5-wide set for Potter from the 14-yard line of Upperman. Stone driving. Half the quarter gone. Potter has the snap, rolls to his right, fires on the run, tipped up, nearly intercepted. Gunner block read it the whole way. Elijah Fitz in there as well as he tried to find Caden Page on the flood concept. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, really tough to get that ball in for a successful catch. I think Potter could have tucked that and ran for 6 or 8 yards.
And Gunner block, that's probably one of the only times where him being that and the touchdown catch earlier, him not being the tallest young man in the world. If he's 6 inches taller, that ball's going the other way on another red zone pick. Stone has 1 touchdown in the red area today. They have 1 pick 6 the other way. Got to protect the football. That's something Noah Potter typically does very, very well. And now they're going to come in tight. 1 receiver out to the left is Hunter Haney. 2nd and 10 for the Panthers, 6:27 to go in the third. Snap taken, another fumble. Boxed exchange, and Potter able to fall on it. A big loss. 2nd time on the drive they've had a botched handoff. On the RPOs, it's going to be 3rd down and 13. You have 2 downs to get it because you're going for it for the rest of the game if you're Stone.
You know, these 2 unforced errors in crucial situations have got to be driving Coach Sandberg crazy.
A lot of blowouts across the UC today. Livingston, Caden Weitzel, another touchdown for him.
He got 104.
He entered the day with 12. He has 2 rip-out scooping scores where he just takes the football away and goes in to score.
And the Livingston record's, 24, 22?
32.
32, okay.
32. He's got a chance.
Dylan
Competition
Linder,
will get tougher starting next week.
Dylan Linder was a bad man.
He was. Competition does get tougher starting next week as the White County Warriors come to Tom Davis Memorial Stadium. 3rd and 13. Potter takes the snap. Here comes pressure off the edge. Hitting the backfield and sacked. Tate Porath again off the edge. A massive loss. It's 4th and a mile. Another sack for Big 21 from Baxter.
I was going to say, including this game and the Greenville game, it seems like in crucial situations is when Porath is at his best.
2nd sack of the game for Tate Porath. This makes it 4th. Let's see the geography. In Jamestown here for the Panthers.
Maybe Grimsley.
Oh, I like it. We're getting deep in there. We're going into the bag.
Not all the way to Pall Mall.
No.
But to Grimsley.
Yeah. I like it.
Little past Clark Range, but not quite to Jamestown.
They're on the 31-yard line, and they've got to get to the 5. So that would be 26 yards. Look at me. Who would have thought? I can do that math. And I'm still not 100% sure I'm correct. We got a timeout on the field here called by the Panthers with 4:29 to go. And that gives me an opportunity to tell you about our friends at the Puckered Shrimp. Listen, if you like delicious seafood, this is the place for you. The Puckered Shrimp is your one-stop shop for fresh and delicious seafood with delicious options including snow crab, easy peel shrimp, Dungeness crab and lobster, sausage, potatoes, and more. The Puckered Shrimp has whatever you need to satisfy your seafood cravings. This Saturday, you can see where they are by checking out their Facebook page, The Puckered Shrimp. They go all across Middle Tennessee. So you got to make sure if you're in the Upper Cumberland, take advantage of your opportunities. If you're watching from outside the area, which we have a lot of people that do, sometimes they were in Murfreesboro today. Tomorrow, I think they're in Monteagle.
I can't wait to find them.
It's unbelievable. So make sure you're following them on Facebook. It's a food truck that goes all around Middle Tennessee. The owner was actually down in Louisiana getting the seafood this week for this weekend. You're talking, this is legit, fresh stuff. You're not going to find anything better. Out of this timeout, we'll see what Derek Sandberg comes out with. We have not seen a trick play tonight. He said before the game they weren't going to run one, and I looked him in his eyes and said, I don't believe you. If you were ever going to run one, now's the time. 4th and a mile. Train horns blaring for the Baxter faithful. Potter takes the snap. Play fake. Pressured. Steps up in the pocket. Gets away from one man. Potter going to roll to his left. Now he just has to tuck it and goes down after a gain of a yard. No laundry on the field. Upperman's defense bows up again in the red zone and takes the football back. Score update on the Turner Roofing scoreboard, Jeremy.
We talked about, and I've talked all week about the Cookeville game, okay? And as honest as I can be, I did not give them much opportunity to win the game. However, I thought, you know what, if they can put up a fight, if they can find something, they're up 17-6 over Gallatin right now. Good for Cookeville.
Region 4 6A opener for the Cavaliers tonight. The only season that matters. Gallatin felt like they were second in that region entering the game tonight, behind Green Hill. Cookeville with an impressive showing so far. See if they can hang on. Chaffin in the gun here. He calls for and has the snap. Going to carry it around the left side. Blockers in front. It's coming back. Big hole for him to go through, and this is going to be all for naught. This is coming way back on a hold as Chaffin's to the 35-30, 25-20. He looks at Caden Page and says, see you later, into the end zone. Touchdown, but he already knows. Chaffin turns, looks back. The flag came in immediately right where that hole opened up, and Bronston Chaffin just did some cardio. It'll be a 10-yard penalty and make it 1st and 20.
And my good buddy Jeff Crabtree was safe on his slide at the goal line.
Slid in there.
Safe. Not out, he was safe.
Oh, by the way, Bronson Chaffin just had a 70-yard touchdown wiped off the board, and it's just another day in the office for that young man. But he'll have to come back and see if they give it to Carmine Phillips this next play. Third hold of the game for Upperman. As it puts them behind the sticks, that's something Coach Kane won't be happy with.
And all three of them seem to have happened guard to guard. I don't know exactly what's going on there because we're just so far away from the play. But all three of those holds have happened quickly, and it's guard to guard. So Coach Kane will not be happy when he sees the film on that.
All the way back to the 20-yard line, 1st and 20 here for Upperman with 3:47 to go in the third quarter. Upperman does a lot of pulling with their guards, of course. That power run game, powers and counters. They're throwing it very quickly. One receiver each way. Chaffin has Phillips in the backfield with him. He took a slow walk back, takes the snap, fires the hitter to Fitz, makes the catch at the 25-30. There goes Elijah Fitz, tiptoeing as he inbounds. He is! There he goes! 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown Upperman. Elijah Fitz walks the tightrope, and it's an 80-yard pitch and catch for the Legacy House touchdown.
And again, all they're trying to do is just get some positive yardage to try to get back some of the yardage that they lost. And then all of a sudden we got a missed tackle, tiptoe on the sideline, and Bronston Chaffin is extremely happy about the stat sheet on that. You throw 6 yards downfield. How long was the touchdown?
80 yards.
That helps the stat sheet.
Elijah Fitz, he has a 100-yard pick six. He has an 80-yard catch and run for a touchdown. We were waiting for him to break out on offense. He's been so good on defense, Jeremy. Well, that's a breakout when you put an 80-yard catch and score on the board. Roberts on for the extra point. How quickly things can change. Snap, set, kick is no good. Last two PATs have missed, so it leaves it at 33-7. Again, Stone drives, comes up empty-handed. Upperman strikes back on the 80-yard touchdown. We'll take a break and come back in a moment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Turfmasters Landscape Management has been serving the Upper Cumberland since 1996. They offer a variety of services, including lawn maintenance, landscape design and installation, landscape lighting, irrigation systems, and more. For more information, contact Matt Wilson at 931-261-1587 today. Turfmasters Landscape Management is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back. Upperman has broken the game open tonight on the road at Stone Memorial. They lead 33-7. A 70-yard touchdown run wiped off the board for Bronston Chaffin on a hold. The next play, he finds Elijah Fitz on the quick hitch. He tiptoes the sideline and goes 80 yards to the house for 6. Missed extra point, leaves it at 33-7. But another clinical performance tonight by the number 1 ranked team in the UC Top 5. And we've got score updates all over the place on the Turner Roofing scoreboard.
Quick scoreboard update. Gallatin has said,
not so fast, my friend.
Not so fast, my friend. Lee Corso Touchdown Gallatin, 17-13, 4:30 to go in the third quarter.
York with a 95-yard pick six by Nathaniel Tipton. Meanwhile here, kickoff bobbled on the 5-yard line, now trying to set up a return. Barlow with another tackle as the return man put down at about the 19-yard line, and we have another flag coming in. And this is right in the area where a sideline warning would be.
Exactly. It's going to be something on the sideline.
But I was mentioning Nathaniel Tipton with a 95-yard pick six, which is the second longest pick six of the night. 34-14, though, Livingston leads York in that rivalry matchup.
We just need to know if it's a warning or if there was contact made.
And they're going to call a personal foul on Stone, so that'll put them half the distance back to the 10-yard line. And it may not have been on the sideline warning. It was just in that area.
I think what happened was the official was coming down the field. Someone that is sideline personnel was on the field, and he ran into them, creating contact for the 15-yard penalty. And, again, it's just the bad handoffs, the interceptions, the penalties. When you just don't need them, they just keep kind of shooting themselves in the foot a little bit.
I want to shout out our newest all-inclusive sponsor. You've heard the Legacy House Touchdowns. Legacy House in Smithville, your one-stop shop. Tremendous homemade, unique items as the handoff up the middle, stuffed immediately. Loss of half a yard on the play with 3:20 to go into the third quarter. But Legacy House in Smithville, go in tomorrow. If you're a Tennessee fan, there's all sorts of little great knickknacks, as I would call them. I got a jacket in there that I just timed up perfectly.
Is it more clothing?
There's
or
a lot
is
of clothing
some...
in there. There's some jewelry. There's, all sorts of home goods in there as well. There's a lot of stuff all in there. It's a great one-stop shop. And, fellas, listen, if you're like me and you're bad at planning gifts, okay, the ladies in at Legacy House, they're going to help you out. First of all, you're going to find something you like for yourself. Then you're going to go in and be like, I need to get something for my wife or my girlfriend. Can you please help me?
And I'm terrible at it. Tell me what I need to get.
They're going to help you, and you're going to look like a genius when they open it up.
Smart.
You can follow them. That's Legacy House, Haus, on Facebook and TikTok. Snap taken, handoff to Eldridge up the middle. He's hit immediately, and now Upperman swarming, pun intended, to the football. Guess who's first one in there? Big Colton Johnson. Gain of a yard. It'll be 3rd and 9.
And, again, you have to wonder if Coach Samber is just kind of –
well, this is where, knowing him, he wants to see his team not lay down.
Sure.
He wants to see them battle back here in this spot and continue to compete and not just lay down and get run over, because this is an Upperman team that can run over people. We've seen that 2 out of the 3 games so far. Talking to him this week, he made a really good point. He said, you can't really take anything out of the Greenville game. Greenville was unbelievable, and they're huge, unlike anybody in the Upper Cumberland. And Upperman has looked so impressive through 2 weeks. The respect that he had for the opposing coaches and team, you could feel it. They knew that they had a stiff shot or a stiff test this week against Upperman. And they have done some good things in this game. They haven't been able to put it all together yet. 2 on the play clock here, and we'll see if Potter gets the snap off. He will not. That'll be a delay of game. And can I commend Derek Samber on one thing? Because I lost my mind yesterday at the Washington Commanders. 99% of the time, it is better to take a 5-yard penalty than burn a timeout when trailing in the second half.
Of course.
And Dan Quinn sat there, down with 3 minutes to go, down 2 scores in the red zone, and burned a timeout. And then they couldn't stop the clock again.
Timeouts are gold.
It is silliness. Derek Samber understands it. Potter wasn't ready for the snap, but he has it. Steps up in the pocket out of the end zone. Trying to orchestrate now, fires on the run. Almost had Haney, but it falls incomplete. It's 4th and long, and no choice for Coach Samber here. He's going to have to punt deep in his own end.
If Haney would have understood what Potter was asking for just a little bit sooner, that's a touchdown.
Macon County's continued their habit of slow starts, fast finishes. Only up a couple of scores on Trousdale County at halftime. They've broken it open. 37-7 now for the reigning 4A state champs. Phillips back deep to receive a Noah Potter punt. Potter's halfway deep in his own end zone. Phillips on the 40-yard line. 1:27 to go in the third quarter. Potter has it. They bring pressure. They don't get there. A good spiraling kick. Bounces at the 30 and rolls to about the 36-yard line. Ends up being a punt of 30 yards, but under duress. That's a really good kick for Noah Potter. Bronston Chaffin will try to send us to a running clock. 1st and 10 from the 36.
This game just, and we've talked about it, but it just feels like nothing's just kind of went right for Stone, just with some unforced errors, with some penalties, some interceptions, and it just,
How about this on the Turner Roofing scoreboard? Jesse Gentry takes the ensuing kickoff to the house for Livingston. Then Landon Robbins takes the next kickoff to the house for York, and it's 40-21 Livingston over York as they've traded kickoff returns for a touchdown after 95-yard pick sixes. Quick throw here to Gunnar Block in the flat. Has it at the 35 to the 30. 25-20 and Block cut down from behind, but not before a big Baxter Pharmacy and Gary Maxwell Insurance Agency first down. Upperman into the Turner Roofing red zone with 1:08 to go here in the third quarter.
Upperman going to be content, keeping the ball, try to keep the ball in bounds.
They want to get it to a running clock
Exactly.
and get into the fourth quarter. The stats starting to really come alive for Bronston Chaffin. He's now 7 of 9 for 176 yards and a touchdown, 64 yards on the ground. 3 different receivers have at least 30 yards for the Bees tonight.
Elijah Fitz, 1 catch, 80 yards.
And a score.
And a score.
Pretty good day. And a pick 6. Low snap to Chaffin, has it, drops back, looking for Johnson in the end zone. Jump ball, and he can't make the catch. Had him for a minute, a little bit delayed as he slid right in front of Michael Lindsay in the end zone. And it'll be 2nd and 10 with 1:01 to go in the third.
Upperman crowd wanting a flag there.
Probably have an argument. Kyle Henshin trying to battle with Colton Johnson in the end zone. There's some contact back there. But it's also 33-7. And we didn't really know what to make of this matchup, Jeremy. We'll talk about it, of course, in the White Coat Realtors postgame show. Upperman's played teams from outside the Upper Cumberland for 3 straight weeks. We think they're pretty good teams. Division II team, Farragut a 6A team, and, of course, Greenville. You never know. They come in against a team that's been one of the most impressive ones within the area. They're making a statement tonight. Hand off to Carmine Phillips. He's hit as he crosses the line of scrimmage. And down at the 16 as we go under a minute to go here in the third quarter. It'll be 3rd down and 9.
Gordonsville up on Liberty Creek, 27-7 after 3.
4 games live for you right now. It's a bonkers game, apparently, between Livingston and York over on UCR 2. UCR 3, they are live. Macon County and Trousdale. Macon County's blown that game open. UCR 4, probably the closest game, most competitive game on the board right now in the UC. Cookeville with a narrow lead over Gallatin late in the third quarter. 3rd down and 8 here for the Bees. Could be the final play of the third quarter. Phillips going to go out wide in motion. Chaffin now has the snap. Drops back to pass. Steps up in the pocket. Now he just fires it over the middle to Colton Johnson at the 5, and he's down to the 1. A little bit off script goes Bronston Chaffin for a Baxter Pharmacy and Gary Maxwell Insurance Agency first down. It'll be 1st and goal for the Bees when we come back. 1 quarter to go. Upperman out in front of Stone, 33-7. In the high school football game of the week, presented by Mayberry's Furniture on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Tee Up is the Upper Cumberland's brand new indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. You want to know how you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at teupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. Tee Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this 3-bed, 2-bathroom home located just minutes from I-40. This home has a completely renovated kitchen with quartz countertops, LVT flooring in the common areas, and a 2-car garage. For more information, visit chadandamycrouch.com or call 931-979-1191. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back. 1 quarter to go here in Crossville, and Upperman with a very impressive showing so far. They lead one of their most bitter rivals, 33-7 here on the road. And they've got a 1st and goal from the 1-yard line, and the only question is, who's Adam Kane going to give the football to here? Or is it just going to be Bronston Chaffin up the middle to try and push this game to a running clock? Next week, we've got our choice, and we've not made it yet. Where we'll be for the high school football game of the week. There's a couple of really great games on the board, so we'll let you know when we have a decision. Colton Johnson in the backfield with Bronston Chaffin. Snap taken. They give to Johnson up the middle, and the big man is into the end zone for the touchdown.
Colton Johnson does a lot of dirty work for this team. He gets his nose dirty on defense, makes the tough plays. That's kind of hey, we appreciate you a lot, Colton Johnson. Let's get you a touchdown here.
Got a carry against Greenville, gets a carry here, and Upperman's going to run the clock. They're out in front 39-7. Another Legacy House score for the Bees as Roberts going to try and get right after missing his last 2 PATs.
Speaking of the clock, they need to reset it to 12 minutes.
It's at 0 right now. And they will. And
game over. Great to see you, Noah. Have a great night.
Have a good one.
Catch you next week. Let me know where we're going.
So it was one playoff, so they'll probably put it to 11 minutes, 55 seconds, 56 seconds, somewhere like that.
Or 12 minutes.
It's fine. That play took 2 seconds. It's going to run either way, so it doesn't really matter. Colton Johnson with his first rushing touchdown of the season for the Bees. Block to hold. Roberts, he was really good in the past couple of weeks. Just a couple of
slightly
wide
off,
left ones.
Just slight.
Kicking is all mental. It's kind of like golf in that way. This one is up. That one looked much better, and it is good for the Bees. 40-7. Upperman out in front of Stone Memorial. The clock will run when we come back. This is the high school football game of the week presented by Mayberry's Furniture on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Looking for weekend lunch and dinner plans? Since 1971, Nick's Restaurant has been locally owned and operated. From mouth-watering prime rib to delectable ice cream pie, Nick's has it all. Their cozy atmosphere and great service will make you feel right at home. Plus, their banquet space is perfect for any event. Visit them at 895 South Jefferson Avenue or online at nickscookville.com. Nick's Restaurant is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
This is Nick Mayberry with Mayberry's Furniture, and you're watching the high school football game of the week presented by Mayberry's Furniture on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back. 2 seconds into the fourth quarter. It's going to be a quick fourth quarter because the clock's about to run. Upperman rolling tonight. A very impressive showing. They're about to have their third blowout victory of the season in 4 games. This one against a solid, and make no mistake about it, Stone Memorial is a solid football team, but it is all Bees tonight.
It is, and we've talked about it, but some of the errors Stone has made have kind of taken them out of the game.
As the kickoff's going to be fielded at about the 7-yard line, trying to line up a return. Blocked up pretty well this time, but closes quickly. Jude Fitzpatrick pushes him back. Looper on the return. It'll be 1st and 10 Stone from the 23-yard line, and Noah Potter now trying to build some momentum next week. They get to go. They face Loudon, a team that beat them last year. They're back on the road at Loudon. Of course, Noah Potter did not play in that game a year ago, and pretty much everybody besides Loudon feels like Stone wins that game if he's able to play in that football game. So a little bit of a revenge spot before coming back. And they get a get-right game with Warren County. They're going to need to be right because after that, here they go to Lafayette to face Macon County, who blew them out last year and maybe the most dominant performance we've seen in years in the Upper Cumberland. Trips to the right, one to the left. Potter in the gun. He's got Eldridge on his right hip. We have not seen A.J. Vandiver in a while. Snap taken. Going to give it around the left side. Hit hard immediately and taken down. Eldridge with just no chance as Upperman blows that play up. Kobe Justice in there defensively. It's a loss of a couple, 2nd and 12.
It just seems every time they've ran that faux kind of jet sweep there to the wide side that Upperman just does a really good job of stringing that along, and they just can't get anything going with it.
Big crowd on YouTube, Facebook. If you're listening on 106.1 The Eagle, we welcome you in. This is the Upper Cumberland Generators broadcast booth. It's during the game of the week, so it's also presented by Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing. I'm Noah McKay. It's Jeremy Tollis and Hallie Gunlock on the sideline. She'll be joined by the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing player of the game and the head coach of the winning team post-game. 2nd and 12. Potter takes a snap, play fake, fires. Receiver makes the catch. It's Page, and he's down at the 30-yard line. There's the RPO game for the Panthers. Gain of about 10, 3rd and 3.
Update, White County up 17-7.
Correct, on
over
the Tullahoma
right
scoreboard.
now.
That's humongous for
Good
the
for
Warriors.
them. Wow.
Coming off that win over Cookeville last week, he said, okay, what's going on with Cookeville? They blew out York. He said, okay, what's going on with York? Up 10 over a bona fide top 10 team.
Love
it's
football.
No longer what's going on with York
football.
and Cookeville. It's what's going on with White County and David Foster and company. Man, they got to feel like they got a shot against anybody on that schedule. Potter in the gun. Takes the snap. Drops back. Fires. Caden Page makes the catch and is immediately wrestled down. It's a first down.
One more score update. Unfortunately, things are falling apart a little bit in Cookeville. 3 straight scores by Gallatin. Cookeville's down 27-17.
That is quickly wheels blowing off the wagon. It was 17-7. Seems like 10 minutes ago in real time. 1st and 10 here for the Panthers, and Coach Samber now wants to run the clock. The clock is running as it's past a 30-point lead. And by the way, the best rule change they made in Tennessee high school football, 30 points we run the clock, not 35. Who knows with a kicking game sometimes. 30 points, run that thing. Snap taken, Potter drops back, looking for the pump and go. Schaefer with Page stride for stride, and that one overthrown. That time, Liam Schaefer, he's got caught a couple of times, but he's able to stay with him. Incomplete. 2nd and 10.
It's perfect coverage there by Schaefer. One thing I wish they'd change about the running clock rule is if it drops back below 30, it should still run, just like basketball.
Right.
I just don't – listen, if you're up on me 30 –
let's go home.
Then let's just go home.
Right.
And in basketball, it's weird how the nuances are a little bit different. Basketball doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if it goes up or down again.
Which, honestly, in basketball, it's a little bit easier to make up a big deficit than it is in football. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Snap taken. Going to hand off to Eldridge around the right side. First hole in a long time for him, but it closes immediately. Jude Fitzpatrick's playing his tail off the past 2 games on defense. After a rough one in Greenville, he's put that in the rearview mirror. It's going to be 3rd down and 10. And I will say this. We've seen this matchup be extremely chippy. They're having a couple of personal fouls, but there's been a lot of helping each other up in this game. There's been a lot of really good sportsmanship down there in between plays between 2 teams that historically do not get along well at all.
And I feel like those personal fouls have not been dirty. They've just been hustle plays. Yep. And where, maybe you just couldn't pull off of a hit as soon as the whistle blew or something like that. It's
maybe
not
a little
dirty.
late whistle. We had that a couple of times.
Exactly.
And these are 2 really good coaches going at it that do it the right way. Trips to the left, 1 to the right. Potter takes the snaps, got numbers to the field, rolls that way, now fires a fastball, and it's dropped. And I mean a fastball as Hinch was there. And right as we talk about the sportsmanship, one of the Bees took a tumble, and he wants a penalty. He's not going to get it. Helmet popped off of one of the Panthers who was involved in it. It's 4th and 10, and probably a punt, you would imagine here. And see if we see Elijah Barlow and company for the Bees. They don't want to put Bronston Chaffin at risk when the score's like this. No.
He's got a big one next week. And it's not necessarily a region game, but it is a statement game.
It is a palate cleanser after the Greenville game. There was a couple of games on the schedule for the Bees which were big-time statement games. You lost the first one at Greenville. You have an opportunity next week with Beach, and then obviously the final week of the regular season when the Macon County Tigers come to Billy C. Rogers. Potter puts a boot into this one. Upperman playing it safe, so it'll just roll down to about the 24, 23-yard line. And we'll see if it's Barlow or Chaffin that comes out. Last week at this time, it was Barlow, and Bronston Chaffin is standing with his helmet off. So his day is done, and we'll see some of the 2s for Upperman as we go into the midway point here in our 4th quarter where the clock is running. And for some reason, the score didn't go on, so we'll reset it. There it is. 40-7, Upperman with the lead. Elijah Barlow, backup quarterback we imagine coming in here for Upperman. Tate Porath comes on late with a new play call. The Upperman band's made the trip there, Rocky. There was a couple of moments where it felt like Stone had a chance, but Upperman just stomped it out in a hurry, and it's been pretty clinical tonight for them. Barlow takes the snap. Goes around the left side. Up the middle. He gets hit hard and pushed backwards. Finished off. Coach Samber will like that on the tape later. It'll be 2nd down and 11.
Yeah, this is just like you used the word clinical. It's just what Upperman does. This is, if they can script how a game is played out, this is exactly what they do. This is what has created just so much momentum the last 5, 6, 7 years in Baxter, and they're just doing what they do tonight.
I'll tell you, the most impressive game on the board is not this one. It is the White County Warriors, 5:47 to go. They lead Tullahoma 24-7.
Good for them.
White County, they've said they want more respect. If you don't,
where are they in
point,
the UC top 5?
They're about to be on it. 2 to the right, 1 to the
left. They were
left.
in the honorable mention.
They sure were. Now, to be fair, and after this snap, Barlow takes the snap, going to give up the middle and nowhere to go. And somebody's train horn or car horn has lost its governor.
it
blaring.
needs a Ricola, doesn't it?
Holy smokes. Whatever the longest Amtrak train in America is currently on this football field.
UC top 5.
Anyway, every team above them besides Upperman was undefeated during this week. But Sparta now has the signature win that will make them undeniable.
You're dang right.
For the top 5.
Good for them.
And the team that's above them is the team they play next week, Livingston Academy, who's undefeated and will have 3 blowouts in 4 weeks after tonight.
I'm a Cookeville Cavalier, so by DNA, I'm not supposed to like White County. However, you can't deny they've got something special going on.
And they play
over there.
a physical brand of football at Warrior Stadium. 2 to the right for Barlow. There goes that train horn from the depths of Hades. Barlow breaks a tackle and goes forward. Oh, I see it. It's on this sideline.
So my question is, why do we not blow that until a running clock's in place?
My question is, can we put it at the bottom of a lake? My opinion on train horns is very well documented. It's 4th and 8. TWSAA, if you're listening, you usually are because you got to make sure I'm not saying something crazy. That's our next rule. No more train horns in football games.
Not supposed to be any artificial noise.
And by the way, I'm not singling anybody out. This one stinks. The one in Sparta stinks. The one in Smith County can go to the bottom of the Pacific Ocean. The one in DeKalb County's terrible. The ones in Baxter are terrible. I hate train horns everywhere. If you don't blare a train horn, you are my friend. I hate the train horn. 4th down and 8 with 2:20 to go.
What do you think about train horns?
Yeah, I want them to all cease to exist. They're the worst things on earth. 4th down and 8 upcoming here.
Goodness.
It's a visceral thing, if you couldn't tell.
I'm getting you a T-shirt made.
And then last year I said it, and before the Macon County-White County game is we have a stoppage and a delay of game. It'll back up Upperman 5 yards. I said it last year before the Macon Sparta game, and like 8 people came up to me with their blasted train horns. Like, ha, ha, ha. And I was like, I promise you I'm going to chuck it off this press box.
My goodness.
I hate them.
Dang.
And blaring it when you're down 33 points is kind of crazy.
That's my issue.
I mean, goodness gracious.
That's the first time I've heard it.
I heard some on the other side. They were terrible then, too. Phillips back to punt this one. Under 90 seconds to go in the ball game. He runs the play clock down to 5. High snap, able to jump up and get it. And gets a spinning kick away. It's a really good punt. Bounces at the 40, takes an Upperman roll inside the 30. Hench going to let it roll to about the 26-yard line. That is a 53-yard punt for Carmine Phillips to cap off a really good game for him as well. Don't forget, we're minutes away from the Wykert Realtors postgame show, where Hallie will be joined by the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game.
Which I already know in my head who it is. But the anticipation, I'm not saying it. You're just going to have to wait.
And I bet we're on the same page with that one. She'll also be joined by Adam Kane, because this one no longer in doubt. Upperman's going to get a big win. Stone Memorial, we'll see if they even make them snap it. They're not running the play clock yet, and the game clock's at 40 seconds. And if everybody just stands here, I think we'll be good. Only about 8 more seconds to go before they can shake hands, and I think everybody would be okay with that. Stone much more competitive than the final score would indicate, but a clinical effort tonight by the Upperman Bees, and that will be enough to finish this ball game off. Final score tonight in Crossville, Upperman 40, Stone Memorial 7. We welcome you into the Wykert Realtors post-game show. We appreciate them for their sponsorship all season long on High School Football Game of the Week. And, Jeremy, we've talked about it, a clinical performance tonight. Stone was able to move it in between the 20s, but Upperman's defense bowed up in big spots, and the offense does not miss a beat. Only one empty drive today for Upperman offensively.
Yeah, and we talked about that even in the pregame, where we were like, in crucial situations, which team is going to make the play when it's critical, and Upperman just seemed to do that more times quite a few more times tonight than Stone did, and the scoreboard reflects it. And let's take nothing away from Stone, because there were some good things on that field tonight. Obviously, there's some things that Coach Samber's wanting to clean up a little bit on defense, especially. But Stone had some things they can build off of.
A couple of stats that jump off the page, thanks to PD to our right, of course. Stone tonight, 24 carries, 13 yards. Upperman's run defense, very, very good. That was a concern entering the game for them because of the unique scheme that they have with their outside zone. On the other side, Upperman ran 32 plays, only 32 plays of offense for Upperman tonight, 315 total yards. Stone ran 47 plays for 189 yards. Offensively, Bronston Chaffin, 8 of 11, 191 yards, a touchdown and a pick. He had 7 carries for 64 yards, a touchdown. Carmine Phillips, 10 carries, 56 yards, 2 touchdowns on the ground. Elijah Fitz, 1 catch, 80 yards and a score. Colton Johnson, 4 for 49. Gunnar Block, 2 for 55. And Carmine Phillips, 1 for 7.
Player of the game. Are you ready? The suspense has been waiting.
It's time for the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing, one of our longest-running all-inclusive sponsors at UCR. A couple of options tonight, Jeremy. Who's it going to?
You know, I always like to name a few honorable mentions, okay?
Of course.
And I thought Carmine Phillips played really good tonight. Bronson Chaffin,
he's a monster.
He just pulls the button down out, and the S is on the chest week in and week out. But I'm telling you, who really stuck out tonight with some crucial plays was Elijah Fitz. And listen, didn't have a whole lot of plays, but they were huge at the right time.
Well, you think about it, it's a 2-score game in the first half. Stone driving down the field, and you go, whoa, here come the Panthers. It's 14-0. They needed a big drive. They're in the red zone, forced out of the pocket. Colton Johnson, who played well tonight with the pressure, and Elijah Fitz in the end zone. Pick 6 the other way, over 100 yards on the return, the longest interception return in the history of Upperman High School football. And then the backbreaker late. Just going to be a little check down, 5-yard pass, tiptoes down the sideline, 80 yards. The 2 most explosive plays of the day for the Bees, both to Elijah Fitz.
At the right time.
And we were waiting, and we were asking Coach Kane, when is Elijah Fitz going to get involved in the offense? Didn't have to have a bunch of opportunities today. 1 catch for 80 yards in the score. Elijah Fitz is the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game. He'll be joined by Hallie Gunlock here after they break the huddle, and then Coach Kane as well. And he'll get to wear the chain for the evening. Noah Potter on the other side.
To wear that.
She needs to.
Come on,
it needs to be part of the
Step
job.
your game up.
Noah Potter, 11 for 23, 176 yards, a touchdown, and 2 picks. A.J. Vandiver, 5 for 16 on the ground. Lincoln Eldridge, 11 carries for 8 yards. Noah Potter, 8 for -5 in total after the sacks put him behind the sticks. Again, Upperman outgained Stone tonight, 315 yards to 189. Hallie will be joined by Elijah Fitz as they try to go the other way, bring him to about the 40-yard line, and we will send it down to them as part of the Reichert Realtors postgame show. See, the players love to wear the chain, and it's going to go on social media. I mean, that thing is sweet. So they'll bring him, come a little bit closer, Hallie, so that microphone doesn't cut out, and then we will send it down to her to talk to Elijah Fitz and then Coach Adam Kane. All right, Hallie, take it away.
Elijah, big region rivalry win. How are we feeling?
Feeling great, to be honest.
What were you thinking as you caught that pick 6 in the end zone, took it for 100?
I was thinking keep going. When I was running down the sideline, I had a great block, you know. I thank my teammates for that.
Thank you. Good. Coach, we talked before the game about, momentum and versatility on offense. What did that mean tonight, and how did you think of your versatility?
Yeah, one of the big things we tried to learn from last week is last week we had a lopsided score. We had a lot of guys make some individual plays, but I didn't see enough, team play, kids trying to what I call do the dirty work, which is pretty much what my son did for this team for the last 4 years, is he was a guy that blocked and tackled and covered kicks and took on blocks and got on the ground and did the dirty work. And so the big push this week after watching the film last week was we got to play better team football, and meaning it's not just about who's scoring and who's doing this. It's about I want to see guys kind of behind the scenes doing team-type stuff. And I hope I turn on the film. It looked to me like our effort was really good. Our energy was good. they're a good football team. You know, I think the pick six kind of changed the game dramatically. You know, they were driving. They probably had as many yards as we had. The quarterback's a really good player. They got receivers making plays. But that one kind of that was a gut punch for them. And but I just liked our energy. I liked our effort on defense. You know, we still got to improve in that area. But the big thing, the big push the next 6 weeks, 7 weeks, whatever, is we got to become a football team. We got to become a close group where they're willing to sacrifice for each other.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Back to you guys.
That's Hallie Gunlock with Adam Kane, and very interesting perspective there. And, you know, the interesting thing about this game, Jeremy, is we're in the Reichert Realtors postgame show. Stone Memorial is a good football team that is going to be a real factor in Region 4-4A. And as people look at the landscape of Region 4-4A, which has been the best 4A region in the state now the past 2 seasons, a state finalist and then a state champion out of this region, that is a statement victory for the Bees within the Upper Cumberland. They were the number 1 ranked team in the UC entering the week, and there's always that, but they have a loss. They showed off why they were against the team that was ranked number 3 and is a very solid high school football team.
No, I agree with you, and you hit the nail on the head. When the chips are on the table in Week 9, Week 10, Week 11, Stone Memorial's going to be in the middle of it.
No doubt.
I promise you they're going to be in the middle of it. And, hey, the ball just didn't bounce their way tonight. There were some plays, just like Coach Kane said, a couple plays here or there, and the complexity of this game is totally different. So at the end of the day, Stone Memorial is a good football team, and they will be in the mix when it all matters.
And with that said, the number 1 ranked team in the Upper Cumberland flexes its muscles yet again. They come on the road against one of their most bitter rivals and handle business in emphatic fashion. Don't forget, Goose is here today. Coverage coming to UpperCumberlandReporter.com, feature coverage. That means photo gallery, story, and cinematic highlight recap from this game. Got a lot of highlights. Not a ton of pick sixes for Goose in the cinematic highlights. I'm curious to see the shot that he got of that play. Don't forget, game's still going on right now. We had a quick fourth quarter. Cookeville trying to rally back. Elsewhere, Macon County routes Trousdale. They pull away in the second half again. That game just went final. Gallatin now up 34-24 on UCR 4 over Cookeville. Middle of the fourth quarter there. That's on UCR 4. Livingston still has 9:48 to play against York. They're up 47-21 there. So you can watch those games and then join us later on tonight, about 11 o'clock, maybe a little earlier tonight, actually, for the Friday Night End Zone show presented by Rico. Then tomorrow, noon, kickoff on 106.1 The Eagle. We will share the link as well to our social media channels as the Tennessee Tech Golden Eagles welcome in Davidson with a 12 o'clock kickoff. And then the Tennessee Vols.
Let's freaking go.
They're going to beat Georgia tomorrow, and it's going to be fantastic.
I'm in.
You better come back without a voice, my friend.
I'm in.
I'm going to lose my voice watching on TV. That'll do it for us tonight from Crossville. I'm Noah McKay. For Jeremy Tollison to my right, Hallie Gunlock on the sideline, Jeff Petey Goolsby on stats, Easton Tollison doing all sorts of different
Catching
stuff.
field goals.
On the sidelines, and the lovely Madison McKay who produced things for us tonight. We'll remind you, keep your eyes on UpperCumberlandReporter.com for the latest coverage of high school sports throughout the area. Final score tonight, Upperman 40, Stone Memorial 7, saying so long from Crossville.